it good be, hopefully with it should be. This your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
And this Drink Chess motherfucking happy hour. Make some noise! And when it comes to people who have stood the test of time, when it comes to people, when you think of raptivists, an activist that's a rapper, when you think of people who I want on the front line, who I personally want to run for office, when I think of people who I want to speak for my people, period, I think of this brother. You know what I mean? I call him often at times, and I just kick it and I just ask for advice. When we think of us running our own community, this is one of the very first people. Him, Killer Mike, when I Googled him today, and I Googled all the production he's done. Woo! Oh, holy moly, guacamole! Crazy. And he's here. He's still in the test of time. Like I said, I knew him through since the early 2000s.
About 20 years.
20 years. I text Steve Rifkin the other day, and Steve Rifkin said David Banner is a one-man army. Wow. And it was so dope. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, we talking about motherfucking David Banner. Make some noise!
All right, so listen, I got some stuff I want to tell y'all.
Cool.
But today, y'all gonna have to change clothes. Y'all change some clothes up in here now.
I'm gonna go. Last time you gave me a 2X. I'm a large now. I done stepped it up.
So these are the very, very rare.
Wow.
We only giving it's only 100 made.
Okay.
Of the Black Fist bomber jacket.
Woo! That's what you got on
right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing right now. And here you go, large.
Okay, good looking. God damn, I'm putting this in my car right now.
Brother.
Bro.
I'm putting this in my car. Thank you so much.
You gotta put yours on, bro.
Yeah, I put mine on too. Shit cold out this motherfucker.
So, N.O.R.E, we got a
vinyl.
We got a really special gift for both of y'all.
You got vinyl. I see vinyl right there.
Wait.
Get hype.
But I got the limited God Box vinyl for you.
Wow.
My dog.
And N.O.R.E, I got a surprise for you. It's actually coming. It'll be here in about 15 minutes.
That's beautiful, man. Listen, man. David Banner.
Hold on, wait. Before you get into it, I want to say something before we get started, man.
Please.
I feel like I'm fucking special.
Yes, you are.
Because I was before the television show.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, they got before Christ. I'm before TV. You know what I'm saying? And to see what it's become now, man,
Thank you,
I'm humbled, man, for y'all to even let me be a part of the first generation, man. And the thing that both of y'all don't know is that we both had separate relationships even before y'all connected. And we all talk on the phone separately. And I was telling him, as well as you, how proud I am that you all were able to get out of the box.
Thank you.
Because when we get any type of success, whether it's a DJ or rapper, people don't want to see you do shit else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they don't want to see it elevate to a bigger platform neither.
Because I told somebody something, and I think it upset him. I told him, I said, one day, I'm going to be bigger than all of this shit. It's like people they kill each other to be the best rapper, but it's something so much bigger out here, man. It's something so much bigger to do. Somebody said, bro, it ain't what people talk about you in 20 years or how they talk about you in 20 years, it's what the fuck they say about you in 200 years. Whether they even talking about your ass at all.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That legacy.
So the stuff that we do, bro, the legacy is what matters, bro.
I think in 200 years, Tupac will be talked about like Jesus.
I hope so, bro.
Like,
that'd be crazy.
I hope that he don't have white skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in 200 years, they be to turn him into a white boy.
Because you know what's the crazy thing? I'm sorry to get straight into it, but you know the crazy thing? The more that we hear about Jesus, this is the EFN.
Bring me the joint.
The more that we hear about Jesus, ain't he like the homie from the hood?
Right.
Like, what I mean by that is, you ever met a killer? You ever heard of a killer? And then as time go on, everyone has a different story about this guy from the hood. And this seems like Jesus is...
It's like a myth, It's like an urban legend.
I wouldn't say it's a myth because...
I'm saying it becomes that. It becomes that.
Okay.
The person is not that.
Let me tell you the amazing thing, though. It's when your enemy knows that you're bigger than them, so they co-opt you. That's what they did to Jesus. Was a black revolutionary. So they did Jesus like they did Tupac. I mean, like they did Malcolm X. They knew they couldn't stop Malcolm X, so they took him and put him on a cap. So to these kids, he was nothing but an X on a cap. So they turn you into a caricature. That's why it's important for us to tell our own stories. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to us to check a motherfucker. Like, if 50 years from now, you know, God fearing that'll never happen, but let's say you pass and a motherfucker tell a story that ain't correct. We gotta check them motherfuckers.
Yes.
Like, nah, that's some motherfucking bullshit.
Yes.
And we have to stop leaving it to people who don't really give a fuck about our cultures to tell our stories. We gotta we should have shot the stories of our heroes.
Black Panther,
Pac, whatever. We can't sit back and criticize.
Well, Pac was Benny Boom.
No. But when I say I mean us as a culture.
You mean like even the studio?
Everything.
Because
let me tell you something that I really respected when I was living in LA. You just can't up and make no movie about Mexican culture. In LA. Somebody gonna die in this bitch. Like for real.
It happened in American Me.
That's exactly
made by them.
So that's how it needs to be about black culture. It can't just be one name, because what they'll do a lot of times is they'll go hire that one black face so they can blame whatever happens on that one black face.
Can I go a little deeper for
Yes,
you?
always.
Can I go hip hop culture?
Yes.
Should it be like that for hip hop culture? Like for right now, I forget who it is they're suing. I think it's Bobby Brown suing somebody for using the likeness of Whitney's likeness. Shouldn't we do that?
Oh, isn't it the album cover? No, was it?
It's something that they use of Whitney. When
it wasn't Pusha T's album cover?
No, it's not Pusha T.
They did get mad about that.
Yeah, they paid.
But they still got mad about that, though.
They still got mad about it. Bobby was mad about it. But shouldn't we have some type of stipulation in hip hop where if you want to make a hip hop movie, if you want to even be involved with the culture, you gotta have some type of stripes. Like for instance, right now, right? This big little thing. I keep going at this guy. His name is Zane Lowe, right? Zane Lowe works for Apple. He gets all these big interviews, and I just don't know his credentials. Not saying he doesn't have any, but I'm just saying I don't know him. I'm not aware of them. And I'm hip hop. I've been in this fucking shit for 21 years. I got an album about to be 21. So, but what I'm trying to say is, as opposed to Zane Lowe just coming in and just being a part of this culture, we should have a council where, listen, okay, we feel like you got the stripes to be, and it's not about race. It's not about race. You know what I'm saying? It's about your stripes in hip hop. What do you feel about that?
Well, for me, it is about race, but I get what you said. I get what you said. It definitely is about race.
Right.
But what I'll say is this, bro, is that's how we should be about everything that comes as it pertains to our culture. I really believe, and this is only my personal opinion, that hip hop, we gave hip hop away. You know, and I said this when I actually said it here at the Revolt Music Conference. I was like, yo, bro, like we criticized these kids, but we were the ones that told them money over everything. So we told them it's about the bag. White people have killed, raped, and done everything to own most of the resources on this planet. So if you say it's all about the bag, you basically saying you sold your soul to white folks. Like, come on, because they the one that you getting the money from. I was telling somebody recently, like, bro, I'm shooting movies, cartoons, and for the most part, just like the God Box, I paid for that 100%. Right. And people say, why don't you want investors? Well, if you want to give me your money, I'll take your money. But what people don't understand, sometimes they pay you money just so you won't make the final achievement to learn that you really don't need them in the first place. So if you build your company and then you sell it before it really blows, then you don't know that you never— It's like buying a company
out to take out the competition.
Right. Like I found out my generation of rappers in the South, we were doing so good independently. You know, one of us, Flip was selling like 120,000 copies. The South Park Mexicans was selling like 180,000. Pastor Troy was doing his thing. Like the Bay Area was doing their thing. And what they did was they gave all of us more money than we had seen at one time in one sitting individually. But we didn't look at the money that we were making as a collective. So then they signed us all and then moved us out of the way, and then they absorbed the whole independent movement. Then after that, the mom and pop stores went out of business. Then they went and attacked like Gonzalez. Man, I got a $70,000 check one time from, I forgot the distribution company.
Out of Texas, was it?
Yeah, it was out of Texas.
They used to distribute my mixtapes.
Yeah, like, bro, we were making so much, and what we didn't understand was these big corporations was like, yo, collectively, they're like a R. Kelly. Collectively, they're like a Beyonce, even though Beyonce wasn't out at the time.
I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying, and what they ended up doing was using us all as a tax write-off, and then we were no longer competition to us, and most of us got phased out. The reason why they couldn't phase me out is because I was a producer. So I can make my own records, and I had my own, like our relationship, I had my own relationship. People don't even know this. I built a studio when I was homeless in my van. I used to do drops for DJs and verses for MCs. DJ be like, I need a drop. I would do it in my van. I got one of those electrical regulators that you hook into the cigarette lighter.
Yep.
Had my studio in, since none of my homeboys wanted to go on the road with me, I built a studio, and if you go back and listen to Mississippi, the album, the interludes, you can hear the cars pass. Like, that's why I tell these kids, it ain't no excuse. Like, for me, I tell a person, if I wanna do a deal with you, don't tell me no. Tell me what it's gonna take, even if it's fucking $1 billion. But if I bring $1 billion and slap it on this motherfucking table, let's do business. You feel me?
Make some noise for that. So when we usually interview people, we always go through their playlists. We always go look at their videos. And one thing that struck me was the Confederate flag on Like a Pimp.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And the thing about it was, I seen the video, I'm looking at the video, I'm watching it right here, I put my hood on, and I'm watching it, and not only did you have the Confederate flag, but you was busting through it, but you also had crosses in there.
And we cut off the head of the Ku Klux Klan member, and pushed over the flag, pushed over the cross.
What year you did that video? Cause how the fuck you did that back then, and that's relevant now?
But see, that's the thing that I keep telling people. People thought I just got conscious 4 years ago. Bro, I was conscious then, I was just high, angry and mad. I tell a motherfucker all the time, how can you dream if you don't have a bed to sleep in? The consciousness couldn't manifest because I wasn't eating right, I was drunk, I was mad, I was angry, I needed to fucking pay my fucking bills. And then I went from homeless to being a millionaire in a week. Imagine that. Imagine only a small amount of people knowing you to 30% of the people on this planet knowing you, and then they announce you had a $10 million deal, and you're from the poorest state.
That's a mind fuck, to be honest.
That's more than a mind fuck. And then the thing was, I didn't know how to turn it off. But the thing that you said, I tell people that all the time. I say, listen, since you think I just got conscious, go listen to Like a Pimp, but turn the music off. But that show you how even we only listen to what white people give us. We only listen to what they say or the single that they put out. Just like you said, bro, I burned the car, ripped the Confederate flag up, threw that shit back at the camera, cut the Ku Klux Klan. It was funny because I really didn't think MTV was gonna play that shit. Wow. And then what's funny, MTV played the real version at BET.
Oh shit.
Was the one that cut all the, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck?
Damn. And it's all Viacom too.
What do you think about Kanye when you see him rocked up Confederate flag? Because see, listen, you were making a point, and correct me if I'm wrong. When I look at the video now, that years later, you're actually ripping through the Confederate flag. Like you said, you're cutting off the Ku Klux Klan. But Kanye tried to wear it as a fashion statement. And he tried to, and it was like the shocking value, you know. And how did you feel about it? Because Andre wore it too.
Let me tell you how I feel, N.O.R.E. And like I said, you've been knowing me for 20 years. Yes. You've been knowing me for about 15.
Yep.
I don't like talking about other men.
Right. I get it.
That's to me. That's high school shit. Like, if people are so angry at Kanye, then why everybody give him so much motherfucking attention? And hold on. And the thing is, I'll comment about how I feel about it. Right. The thing is, it's similar to what you said about the movies. People do shit because they're comfortable. Everybody, even black people, is too comfortable with black culture. If a motherfucker felt like they was gonna get their ass snatched up, they would be very hesitant about some of the things that they do with our culture.
Let me reiterate the question because perhaps I ain't say it correct. What I meant was because the Confederate flag means something specifically to people from the South.
No, to the whole
fucking nation.
The world of
South.
It's a world symbol.
And it's never been for black people, period.
And I add something to that.
Okay.
As a Southerner, I feel the same way about the Confederate flag. I feel the same way about the word nigger.
Wow.
As I feel about the Confederate flag.
Wow.
Like everybody is all willy-nilly and anybody can say the word nigga, call me a nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Right.
I'm gonna fuck who you are.
Right.
And then I've gotten to the point now, it's some black folks that can't call me a nigga.
Right.
And the thing is because Southern people went through a different type of pain.
Right.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said something to me. He called me to I guess I can't say. He called me to a secret meeting. Mm-hmm. And he told me, he said, David Banner, he said, I don't even want you to be Muslim. I'm like, for real? He said, because you have a following that a lot of people don't have. Don't nobody know whether you Christian, Muslim, atheist, they don't. So everybody comes and they listen to you. Right. He said, you're one of the few people, you can go wherever you want to, West Coast, East Coast, Muslim, Christians. That's funny, I was in a Christian church in Mississippi and told them they were gods. And afterwards they got up and clapped. You can't go in a church in Mississippi and say nothing unless it got Jesus before it.
Right.
But what he was telling me is that Southerners have the potential to be the greatest leader because they've been through the most oppression. So the fact that I have a great uncle that was hung for fucking real.
Wow.
So when black folks give other people I will tell you something. This is something that I've only said one other place. The most disappointing moment for me in hip hop was Niggas in Paris. Because to me, that was the international okay for everybody to say the word nigga. I travel internationally, and when I was at my worst, N.O.R.E, you know when I was out there bad. When I toured internationally, I didn't say the word nigga. And you know every other word was nigga.
I always felt a certain way
awkward
in Europe, like saying
and if
nigga.
you notice, and this is no attack at either one of those great MCs, but it was like, notice afterwards. Because bro, I looked and I realized that in Africa, my generation, we were the ones, Pac generation and my generation was the ones that taught Africans the word nigga. Africans didn't know the word nigga. We taught them that. And if we are gonna take the responsibility for hip hop like you say we should, we gotta take responsibility for the fuck ups. I fucked up bad. So a lot of people, they applaud me for what I do socially, but a lot of that shit, I'm trying to pay back my debt to my people, dog. We was wild as fuck. I remember for a long time, I was mad at you when you said, fuck you and your weak religion. I was like, this motherfucker. And then I met you, you was the coolest motherfucker in the world. I was like, that was the same. But like, seriously, dog, like for real, man, like, we got some making up to do.
That's true.
And we can't blame these children. Because these children, they come here with no brain, bro.
Like, we're a direct result of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
But
we are, look, let me just make my point and I'll pass it back. Like everything that you see bad about Tekashi 6ix9ine is directly our fault. And what I mean by that is...
We've been saying that on this show for a while.
No, but I want to... If you don't correct something, like if I see you knowing that you're doing something wrong and I don't say nothing about it, I'm just as guilty. As you.
I think with him, I think for these kids who are black, who came up, who are inside of the culture, I would take that comment and say yes, because when I said yes, I didn't mean, I had to think about who you were talking about. They are guests, some people are guests to our culture. And they look at the weaknesses. Cause I even look at a lot of rappers, bro, who on TV, they play the dumbest motherfuckers in the world, and I know they the smartest motherfuckers.
Like him, he actually was a smart kid.
So what they're doing is they're taking advantage of what's happening to our people who don't have a choice of whether they're smart or dumb.
I think we're trying to say a simplest form is these people are acting. when we didn't know that you can act. When we came out, we didn't know you can act. That was really, look, I looked at all your videos from then. That was really you. Like, you look at all my videos, that was really me. That's like even.
Well, one of the reasons too is because our culture, you in the South, whether you was acting or not, if you were acting, you couldn't cut that shit off because you had to go through Birmingham. You had to go through Lafayette, Louisiana, and the motherfuckers gonna pull your chain and see if you really the motherfucker you say you are. And so, like, with you being able to go straight from the internet to being a star and not having to go to these cities until you have.
There's no training.
Right, none.
It's just like, sorry to cut you off, it's just like one of the biggest problems is when you took away the Chicago and you took away all the gang leaders. And for all the bad things that a gang is, when you took away the gang leaders, look at Chicago. That's probably the worst place because they took away our structure, because we policed ourselves.
The hierarchy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Capidi Green. To tell you the truth, it was the most dangerous, safest place I ever went to in my life. It was dangerous if you didn't know who the fuck you was with. And it was safe because once you knew who the hell you was with, they laid out the red carpet for me.
You just touched on one of the most relevant topics in the world, and most people don't understand that. Just so y'all know, what the Chicago officials did, they complain about Chicago, they know what they did. What they did is they manipulated the RICO laws. So what happened was, if you were higher up or you were a region or you were an elder in the gangs, what people don't know about gangs is they actually have a beautiful structure. Like, unless somebody blasts at you directly, like, you gotta go get permission. You gotta work to the higher ups. Them motherfuckers knew what they did. So let's say if you were my higher up and I killed somebody and they gave me 10 years, you get 10 years too. Whether you knew about it or not. They knew what they did. So what they did was they soaked up all the elders. And when they soaked up all the elders, they were no
Larry
more
Hoovers
struggle.
and everyone under him and everyone above him.
And to put it to relevancy of right now, let's show Narcos, for example.
I haven't seen Narcos.
Okay, but if you watch Narcos, it talks about the beginning of the Mexican cartels. But this is an example for how it's been done for years. The whole thing is cut the head off of the snake. And this is the old Mexican, the original Mexican cartel. What's happening today? It's crazy. It's a war in the streets.
All right, wow. So watch this. Let's bring it back to hip hop. That's the same thing they're doing in hip hop. They don't want the older rappers with the younger rappers because they don't want the older rappers to teach the younger rappers the game. I look at somebody like Chuck D. Imagine what Chuck D right now could do with one hit record. He would be rich for the rest of his fucking life because we know the fucking game. I told somebody this recently, man, fucked his head up. He came to me and he was like, yo, I'll give you 40% of all the proceeds on your song. I said, sir, I get 90 already. See, I've been through so much, I know every aspect of the rap game. You know, and I was even telling people that about streaming. T.I. was the only other person I heard talk about this. Bro, they got everybody excited about streaming. Why would an artist be excited about streaming? You were getting pennies before, now you're getting fractions of penny. And all streaming is you going to somebody else's site and they're playing your music over and over again and you send somebody else to another corporation. The corporation gets paid before you do to play your music. When we had just learned how to burn our own CDs, we learned how to market our own CDs.
Self-distribution.
We gotta stop for a second. We got our surprise. Come on, bring him on in.
Okay.
So, this is the surprise, y'all.
Legit. We're gonna have to give our surprise to you. It's on the tape.
So, I need you all. I need some international sizes, bro. All right. So, give me mine.
Yeah, these yours right here.
Okay. So. You got the records. So I was able to get one, and I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. Brian Samuel is a black-owned, high-end shoe designer. I'm talking about on the level of Christian Louboutin. Don't tell him how much it costs. Just look at the price tag, N.O.R.E, right there.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll show you right there. Look at that right there.
Okay. God damn it.
So this is what I'm about to do, you all. Right. Show it to him.
Okay. Pull it
and
out.
I'm inking a deal with them right now.
Okay.
So let me tell y'all what I'm doing so you will know.
Okay.
I am trying to own every fucking thing that I own. Everybody talks about white supremacy. I don't look at white supremacy as a bad thing no more. You know what white supremacy is to me? Anytime somebody shows me white supremacy, that means that's something else I need to own. If you don't let me be Superman, then fuck it, I'll make my own superheroes. Right. You bullshit Christian Louboutin, you don't want black folks in your motherfucking shoes. Gucci, y'all act funny when black folks come in your motherfucking store, then I'm on it. And when my shoes come out, I don't want to hear one motherfucker complain about the price of my shoes because you will spend $3,000 on a motherfucker that hates you. So it's like everything on this planet that I see. Like I was talking to a motherfucker today, I want to own water. One of the reasons why they'll never stop killing our people is because we need their water and their motherfucking electricity. That's what I want. It's to a point right now, you can't even go to the shade tree motherfucking mechanic. Y'all ain't drinking enough. This drink
no. Damn. I'm into you, my brother.
Let's drink.
Hold on. Ask me, I want wine or champagne? I mean,
I want champagne.
Wine or champagne? Champagne?
Okay, I want
champagne.
Let's go. But what I'm saying is, like, I look at everything that they do to us. Like, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all a real secret, bro. Whether it comes into fruition or not, I am paying a whole, I ain't gonna even tell y'all. I can't tell it, but I'm making plans for us to have a place to stay. A place for us to go. And that's something that we can't talk about. We gotta stop running our mouth on TV all the fucking time, because if I say it right now, they go, but I'm really, and the sad thing about it, I said when I came on here, because I had wrote down, you remember when we talked, I had wrote down all the stuff I wanted to talk about, but I said I didn't want to make it too heavy, but I do want to say this. One of the problems in our community is that most black people don't want to be black. See, when other people start corporations, like you look at Donald Trump, you look at the shit that just happened in Mississippi, a motherfucker will come and tell you that they're racist.
Wait, the lady that said she would be on the front row of the hanging? That's Mississippi, right?
Yeah,
okay.
They will tell you that they racist. But a motherfucker that support black people, they act like they're ashamed of their black constituency. And they won't even say what they're gonna do for black people. That's why I don't support these motherfuckers. If you can't tell me straight up and down, these motherfuckers will tell you that they racist and that they support certain motherfuckers, and you can't even say what your agenda is for black people because you act like you embarrassed. So if you embarrassed of us, then you embarrassed of my motherfucking vote. And I ain't a Republican, I ain't a Democrat, I'm a thinking motherfucking sentient being. I'm a fucking God. So you don't come to me and tell me about history of voting and all that bullshit. What you gonna do for my people? That's all I wanna know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you a Klan member. If you got an agenda for black folks, some of these motherfucking Klan members will do better than some of the motherfucking black folks that's running. Cause you a fucking Democrat and you lazy and you ain't doing shit anyway. So if you don't say it or write it down on a sheet of paper, I ain't fucking with you.
Salud, you got some champagne right there too. So, sorry, did you see Black Klansman?
No, I didn't.
I love that movie, man. I feel like I'm the only black person who saw it. That's what everybody.
I was spending time writing the movie. I can't lie to you.
Well, it's funny because it's
a true story.
It's a true story how a black man really just answered the phone and infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan. And I really enjoyed the movie because he gets these other people like arrested, and like this one cop like felt up this black sister, and at the end he had to take it, but then at the end he got him arrested. So it was a dope little movie. I think Spike Lee it was real. I'm sorry to change the subject.
Oh no, man, it's dope. But what I will say, man, is like, and we have to get these political people to tell us and say what they're gonna do on TV. That's the contract. And afterwards, we gotta hold them to it.
How do we feel about Florida, the guy Andrew losing
Gillum.
Andrew Gillum, and then what's the ladies in Atlanta? Because you live in Atlanta,
yes,
correct?
I live, well, let me tell you where I live. I am from Mississippi, but I live on this planet. I live wherever the job is.
God damn it.
You know what I'm saying?
God damn it.
This is how I feel, man. And this is how I feel, and I really want to say this. I think our people have gotten lazy, and we want a one-step deal to solve all of our problems. Politics is only a component. Like, if you look at Asian people, for the most part, they're not really involved in politics because they own every fucking thing that has to do with their life. They created their own infrastructure within their own microcosm. So they don't have to worry about politics, because the only thing you can really do is raise their fucking taxes. And that don't matter, because their money's gonna go up as the taxes go up anyway. For me, it's about just what I say, owning your own shit. Because what I'm gonna start doing, I'm telling everybody right motherfucking now, I'm about to do some things, and by the time people find out about it, I'm gonna be made too much money, it ain't gonna matter. No, I'm gonna start buying politicians and treating them like whores. Because that's all they are anyway, they're fucking whores. So hoe, and I'm not saying a whore has to be a woman, hoe, if I give you this money for your campaign and you don't do what I say, I'm gonna come slap you. And I mean literally, well, actually we can't say that, they'll convict us for that. I'm not condoning it. Fuck that, yes we are, slap that shit. You know, man, I'm so motherfucking proud of y'all, man. I know what I want though. I saw on the internet, there's some special Patrick Ewings around this motherfucker.
Oh, no, we got you. We got you.
What size? What size are you?
13? Ladies, that's literally a figure.
Yeah, no, I just, because I want people to know this. So,
bro, can I say that for a minute?
Okay, yes, definitely.
Ladies, I mean literally or figuratively.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, because I want people to know, because this is not rehearsed. Yo, Ray.
What up?
You live on the podcast. Without saying too much things, what was I told you not to bring tonight? Because I didn't want to show everybody.
You told me not to bring the big surprise because you didn't want to get drunk and start showing off when we're not supposed to show anybody.
But you could just say what it is.
I just said some shit I was supposed to say.
So just say what it is. Just say what it is.
It's a sneaker.
All right, cool. One love. I'll hit you back. By the way, I'm on the same level, bro. I already got my own sneakers.
I know, I've seen it.
I'm already. Listen. I'm manufacturing my own shit. I just want niggas to know I ain't fighting. Because this episode could have came out and he could have been like, I got my own sneaker too.
I already knew about it. I seen them already. You want to know why?
Okay.
Because I got one of those too.
Okay.
So we on the.
Yeah. But I'm with that. I feel like that's the way. You know what I said the other day, right? We had T.I. on here, and T.I. said that he's an activist. He said he's a rapper. He said he's a trapper. He said he'll kiss your girl in the mouth, and then he'll motherfucking wake up to Sunday school, church, and march. And I said, we need more people like that.
He said the dopest shit. He said, why can't I be all of them?
All of them, right.
I'm human. That was some of the dope. He said that, and Nipsey Hussle said something that was so fucking profound. And I've been drinking, so Nipsey, if I misquote you. He said, I'm not that smart. I just didn't quit. Them kids need to hear that. One of the biggest problems is we make people heroes. You need to know that Martin Luther King got some side pussy.
Yeah.
So if you fuck up and get some,
Nah, man,
if you fuck up, then people will know, well, okay, David Banner. Because I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. It's serious. I fuck up one time every year. But I tried to do, when I went to jail that time in DC, that wasn't on purpose. Yeah. But I try to fuck up every year, and I try to control it so kids will see.
And we'll clarify that.
I do some dumb shit.
Do some dumb shit,
on purpose.
You get drunk.
On purpose? Like you try to you reach your quota of once a year?
Yeah, once a year. I try to make sure once a year I do something.
Balance.
Well, balance, and to show these kids that it's okay to not be.
That's my point I was trying to bring up. My point.
And that's why this show is so important. I don't drink on TV.
Right.
Motherfuckers need to see Dave Banner cool as fuck. He drink that here too, and he going back and forth.
But my point was, when our parents send us away, and when people in the hood just say, yo, it's nighttime, you gotta go home, I wouldn't listen to a person who wasn't respected.
Right.
I would if it was a local guy that was a preacher, you gotta go home, kid. I'm looking at this guy, shut the fuck up. But if it's a drug dealer, if it's a guy that's well respected in the hood, he said, yo, N.O.R.E, Poppy, excuse me, you gotta go upstairs, I'll listen to him. Bro,
you gotta do something about Left Rack, bro, because people don't understand how real Left Rack is, bro. Like, I have some partners outside of you that's from Left Rack that.
Well, it's being better now. Well, now it's being gentrified.
No, what my homeboy said about Left Rack now is it's gentrified up until about 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
then they come right back.
I'm gonna be honest. This is probably the fucked up shit about my hood is the police and the hood gotta understand it. Everything goes on this side, and they'll turn it on certain shit. But it gotta be on that side. But it's actually no violence. The violence has went down, and that's
the reason
dope.
why that's important, bro, is because for kids to see where we came from, bro. Like when I was growing up, Jackson, Mississippi was the murder capital of the United States. You know, and that's the reason, one of the reasons why I did the God Box, bro, because, go ahead.
Pardon me for jumping around, but you being from Mississippi, and you hearing that, what was she, a councilwoman?
Yeah.
Because she said it in public's eye.
She was running for...
And then laughed.
No, she's not a councilwoman, she was running for, what was she?
And she didn't...
Somebody Google it.
She didn't, go ahead, Google her. And she didn't apologize for it.
I'm happy about that, though, bro. Bro, let me tell you this, man.
Because the most dangerous racists are the hidden racists, not
and
the ones
she posed with Confederate gear on
this,
and everything.
But this is what it is, though. I don't understand
Being
why...
from Mississippi,
I don't understand why black people want shit to be covered up again. Like, motherfuckers real live wanted Hillary Clinton when we still getting our ass beat. For the first time with Trump, a liberal white person is saying, maybe it is that bad. Do y'all remember when I was on CNN and I got about 10,000 followers because of this shit? The lady said, it's pretty rough in America right now. And I told her, I said, for black folks, it's been about 400 years. And everybody was like, that motherfucker said it on CNN. What the fuck? And liberal white people are saying, the black people were not lying. It's fucked up. Like, be real. All the shit we see on TV, we not surprised about that shit.
Nah.
Like, that's why when NWA came out and said, fuck the police, we was like, fucking yes.
Right.
When David Banner came out ripping up the Confederate, the thing is, if we don't allow them to show their face, when the retaliation or the reprimanding comes, then you gotta think, we, not just white people, but we paint a picture that people of culture are savages. Cause white America pays us. Go ahead, think about it. America pays two people. The black person with no culture at all, you can't see no beard, no nothing. And the stark, raving, unapologetic nigger. Those are the two stereotypes they want. So when...
Which was like a Bobby Shmurda, a 6'9". I mean...
It's to me, when you name a specific person, then you make it personal. When in actuality, it's a mindset.
Right.
And we were the ones that told him to go get the bag.
Yeah,
so being a nigga,
it's true.
Or being a whatever you are, like we were drug dealers because we didn't have a choice.
It's true.
Like, dog, man, I've been trying to get this money. I'm gonna hustle and I'm gonna get out.
Right.
One of the biggest things that's happening where I'm from, the drug dealing isn't the problem. It's the middle class drug dealer. Cause they start snitching before they even get the deal. Cause them motherfuckers ain't never been to jail, they ain't never had to fight. You know, it's easy to kill a motherfucker with a pistol. A baby can do that. My uncle always say a real man a stab. When you get up close to a motherfucker and get some blood on your hand, you a man then.
Smell his breath.
I said this. I said this on one of my old records. If you a real man, choke him with your bare hands. That's what I want to see. Choke a motherfucker out. Watch his life bleed out his fucking mouth. That's what I come from.
You a gun owner?
Huh?
You a gun owner?
Oh yeah, I owe 30, 40. Well, see, I don't know whether it's 30 or 40 because somebody broke into one of my cars.
Oh, God bless.
So I'm still trying to figure out.
Account for some of them, please.
Like, dog, I own. And I'm gonna tell you, Exhibit and CeeLo. Them two motherfuckers.
CeeLo Green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Them the only two people I ever seen that had
more guns
more
than you?
thorough than I.
Wow.
Like my favorite gun is I have a Navy issue AR-15. It's a short one with the with the Mickey Mouse clip on it. You know what I'm saying? With the 100-round Mickey Mouse clip on it. Like Big Crit saw that shit.
Yeah, you doing that just to show off now.
No.
That clip is to show off.
Let me ask you a quick question. No, that's not true. I'm gonna tell you the difference between me and other people.
No, the clip.
No. Watch this. Who came here with me?
You.
By yourself.
You.
When you see me, what am I always? By myself. So you see how many motherfuckers in this room? Let's say if y'all didn't like me. What do I have to have?
No.
I need 100. Motherfucker always says it's better to be judged by 12 than cared by 6. I'm killing everybody. And I'm not joking. I'm talking about innocent bystanders. I'm talking about rats, dogs, a little lamb. I'm getting out this motherfucker.
Right.
I don't care if I gotta go through a motherfucker asshole. I'm shooting through his ass. And I'm gonna create a hole big enough for my big ass to run through it. Like, for me, nothing is for show, because my dad gave me a gun at 10. And my dad said, if you show it, you blow it.
Right. That's the
That was our rule.
That's the right way.
So you're not gonna see my clip, and if you see my clip,
it's gonna be.
Hold on, this camera, can you come to me? Because motherfucker need to see my face. You see my clip, that'd be the last thing you see in your life.
Yeah.
Right.
If not, that's the reason why I train physically. The last thing, I said a prayer before I got my first gun, that I would never have to do some of the stuff I did before. Well, actually, no, that wasn't my prayer. My prayer is that I would never have to kill a man with these guns. Like, I'd rather have a gun and not need it. One of my friends came into my house and was like, bro, what you need all this shit for? And why do you have them out? In my house, if you kick in my door, there's a gun in every position. If I'm cooking, it's one under the stove.
But is it? I'm pardon me for cutting you off, but I want you to get right back to this. But I rented a house in Malibu one time, and a lady who I rented it from had the same exact setup. But everywhere she went, you had to put your fingerprint on it. Like, so she had one under the thing. You had to release it. So she had guns all over the house. The shit was ill.
Which is dope because.
Let me ask you a question.
But you had to put a fingerprint on it.
Both of you all come from the same environment I come from.
Yeah.
1 second is the difference between what?
That's true.
If you're gonna put
motherfucking life. I ain't on. When I put my fingerprint, it's gonna be on the fucking trigger. And I'm squeezing that. You know, and the thing is, if you study the state of Mississippi, and you look at, there's almost no accidental gun, and we are open gun state. Like, as a matter of fact, Mississippi pushes you to have a fucking gun.
You ever seen a burning cross?
No.
Not in real life, right? Okay.
No. Let me tell you something about white folks in Mississippi. If I had to pick a white person on this planet, it would be a white person from Mississippi.
Because you think of their past history they're trying to make up?
If a white person in Mississippi love you, they'll die for you. If they hate you, they'll kill you. That's all I want.
Right.
I want to know where you stand.
The truth.
If you see a white person pass a certain street in Mississippi, you know he or she really fuck with, well, probably fucking literally, but I mean the females at least. Literally, they really fuck with us, real live. And that's all I want is the truth. Don't do like they did in New York, where they hang around you for 80 years and then they stealing your pension.
Right.
And then you about to retire and you figure out that motherfucker who been smiling in your face, giving you coffee every day, you going to their child's bar mitzvahs or whatever, this motherfucker done stole your whole fucking pension. No, the white folks in Mississippi, if they fuck with you, they fuck with you. If they don't, they don't. And that's all I fucking want. And that's the point that we didn't finish about the politics. Let's finish that point. Okay. Because that was a very powerful point.
With the lady, right?
Is that...
She was running for Senate.
Yeah, she was running for a Senate position. Thank you. I'm supposed to know that. The thing is don't you want to really know what's going on in your state so you can fix it? Don't you really want to know how America feels about you? Why do you want to live a lie? In the Matrix, the white dude said, I know the steak doesn't exist, but it tastes so good. Motherfuckers know we live in a lie. I want to see all y'all racism. Because think about this. This is something people never talk about. Obama was a direct result of how bad Bush fucked up.
Yep.
So if we get these motherfuckers who are real live, they show their fucking face, then we can really get to fixing shit. Because I'm gonna tell y'all a secret people don't know. A lot of these different people, they had their representatives to call me. David Banner, we need your support. I don't want your representative. If you want the people that follow me, you call me directly like a fucking man. Let me come and see you. And if I come and see you, I want you to tell me exactly what the fuck you're doing for black people. So all these motherfuckers who asked me why I wasn't involved in politics this year, it's because the motherfuckers would not call me directly. And if I'm not important enough for you to call me directly, because you know I'm gonna check your ass, and you know if you tell me something, who used to be the head of Motown at Universal? Kadar.
Okay, Kadar. Oh yeah, Kadar lives out here.
Kadar said something. So yeah, I saw him in the Soho House.
Yeah, Soho House. Yeah.
Kadar Entertainment.
Let's make some noise with Dave Van Flossing. Goddamn, that's my favorite place. Soho
I got a
House.
little money too, dog. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I got a lot, but I don't want to talk about it too much. But the thing that Kadar, when I first came to Universal, Kadar told all the white people something. Right. I had this big meeting with all the white executives at Universal, and people don't know. Me and my ex-girlfriend I produced, and even though they had A&Rs on, I produced an A&R 90% of all my projects. Most of them I paid for the records because I didn't want nobody stealing my money. Right. I knew that the only money that we really could get was that budget money. They was eating our radio money up and all that bullshit. We knew that shit. Right. You knew it, didn't you? All we had was that budget. So Pimp C taught me, if you can afford it, you record your album yourself and then make them cut the whole check to you. And I would do this, that check, not before. Right. And what Kadar said, when we had the meetings, I was telling them they was giving, you know how they blow shit up our ass? I was writing down everything they said. Kadar told me after the meeting, he said, you know what I told him? Y'all done fucked up. Y'all done told that little country motherfucking militant ass motherfucker, y'all made him promises and he was sitting there writing it down and y'all never noticed it. So you're gonna have to do it for him. It's the same thing with these politicians. If you want black voters, tell us what you're gonna do for us. They tell what they're gonna do for every other community. If you ask the average Mexican in LA what's their political platform about, it's usually about immigration. All right. You ask anybody when it comes to gender equality, they're gonna tell you it's about marriage rights, it's about this, it's about that. You ask 15 black people what they want, you're gonna get 15 different answers. So me, when it comes to these politicians, I don't play with my fans. Motherfuckers try to pay me because I have a high efficiency rate on all my social media accounts. So people try to pay me a lot of money. I'm not whoring my fans out. If I tell my fans I support somebody, either somebody I'm really close to, because Angela Rye was the reason why I supported Gilliam. He didn't call me personally, but Angela said the dude is the real deal. I fuck with him. I said, Angela, is that on you? She said, you damn right it's on you. Just like if you call me, something was happening in Miami, you was like, because you know, if they fuck up who I'm coming to, I'm coming to you. Mob laws. Everybody love the mob so much, but they don't sit down like gentlemen. They don't use the laws. If you vouch for somebody, then it's on you. And that's how I am. I'm not fucking playing with these politicians. Because tell me this, be real, and I know the statistics. As much as motherfuckers love Obama, shit got worse in the hood. But we got so duped by a black man being in office in suits and ties. And I had one woman say, he shows my son how to be a man. I like that, that's bullshit. I'd rather my son be like Pop, spitting at motherfuckers, than a motherfucker who won't stand up for his own fucking people. And the reason why I know it was some bullshit, because everybody said, you know, he's the president, you know, he has some constraints. Trump got in that shit, and then what the fuck he wanted to do?
But you're right. You're 100% right, but if it wasn't for Obama, Trump wouldn't have been able to.
That was our point. Bush, and I didn't calculate this, and I usually calculate the whole movie. I didn't calculate this. Bush birthed Obama, but I didn't think that Obama would birth Trump.
Wait, but
and he did.
But Clinton's not in there at all?
What you mean? Yeah, no, I think Clinton started the whole movement. It's a domino effect from the Clinton era.
Getting ahead, and he's still being in office, and staying in office. Clinton got something to do with this as well.
I don't think so, because Clinton played the saxophone.
Clinton closest thing.
Clinton made everybody. Clinton made it, and Clinton. Don't say that. Because that may be the worst mistake you make. Let me tell you why. The Clinton family was the ones that signed the law that put over 600,000 black people in jail.
no.
So as far as I'm concerned, and I know maybe I shouldn't say that, I have a bigger problem with the Clinton family than I do with Trump.
That's why I think it was a tough decision betwing Hillary and Trump.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard for me. It was not hard for me.
So who'd you vote for?
I ain't telling you who I voted for, but I'm gonna tell you why it wasn't hard for me. Because Trump still to this day is a theory. He ain't really done shit with Trump.
That's it.
But the Clinton family passed laws.
That
affected motherfuckers.
Right.
It's 600, listen to me, 600,000. We're not even talking about Latino males. We're just talking about black males. 600,000. Man, fuck that shit. And people think it was Reagan. People think it was the Bush family. Clinton was the motherfucker that signed those bills. And then a motherfucker had the audacity to come back and just apologize? My dad said something that I will live by to the day that I die. My dad had a rule that's called wreck a Benz, buy a Benz. Don't tell me you sorry. If you wreck my Benz, buy me a Benz. If you kill my child, give me yours. That's when you sorry. So if you sorry, free 600,000 black men. Because if 600,000 black men are incarcerated, imagine how many black babies we didn't have. And isn't that the goal to all this shit? Drink champs in this motherfucker.
I'm gonna tell you real quick. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I got no problem saying that I voted for Hillary in the election, but I had a hard time with it because I did do a film in Haiti and saw what the Clinton Foundation didn't do in Haiti. Right. And I felt that they fucked that whole shit up. But I was so afraid of a Trump that I did vote for her, but it was such a fucked up decision.
Trump is one of the and I cannot stand Trump. But Trump is one of the reasons why people don't think I'm crazy. Remember before Trump, motherfuckers thought I was crazy? Remember
I didn't think you was crazy.
Because you know me. But I know what motherfuckers said about me. That motherfucker crazy. Me and my mother got into the worst argument ever over Obama. Because I said, and I don't know if y'all remember this, I said on BET, I actually wrote an agenda for black people. It took me almost a fucking month to write an agenda. And then BET didn't even read the motherfuckers. Because I got on BET and said, if we don't make Obama agree to a black agenda, he's not gonna do shit for black folks. And my mama got on my ass, but the thing was, she came back 4 years later and said, Billy, you right. No, none of y'all motherfuckers called me Billy. That's what my mama called me. My mom said she wanted to name me Billy. But it was too white, so she named me William. And then I'll tell you something I never told nobody. My mom was infatuated with Billy D. Williams.
Oh,
so I think that was the fucking reason.
You know what I thought about? Sorry to jump the subject, but you brought me there. I think Nas is our version of Billy D. Williams. I think he is.
That came from left rack. I was gonna say left field. I had to say left rack.
I was gonna hit Nas the other day and say, I think you are a version of Billy D. But I'm sorry.
Well, you know where his father's from? Mississippi. I just want to make sure we know.
Yeah. But Ray Sherman is from Mississippi as well. Big Crit.
Yep. So Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey. She don't claim y'all at all.
Yeah, but
she don't. she don't be claiming y'all at all.
But the thing is,
Ray Sherman, they act like they from Atlanta too.
No, they don't act like they from Atlanta. They are just some talented kids, and people want them to see. Because let me tell you something that Mississippi did that fucked up the whole world. As much as people tried to stereotype Mississippi, some of the smartest rappers on this planet came from Mississippi. Tito Lopez, who Dr. Dre signed, who was on the level of Nas, Big Crit, David Banner, Ray Shroomer, like people is looking for this super nigga to come out of Mississippi, but some of the most intelligent, most articulate, Crit left Def Jam and made more money than Def Jam made off of him when he was signed to.
I'm gonna be honest with you when you speak of Big Crit, and you could ask him. One day, I'm on my independent thing, on my independent grind. I'm at MTV. Big Crit walked in with a whole bunch of staff, right? This is brand new artist mode. And I looked and I said, yo, he's gonna be so happy in 2 years when he can walk in the same building without none of them.
Do you know that Big Crit recorded some of his earlier albums in the closet at Def Jam? He set up a studio in Def Jam in the closet.
Damn,
I know that studio.
Yeah.
I know that little studio. Yeah.
No. He set up his own.
Oh, his own.
I'm talking in a real closet. I ain't talking about the
We had one up there.
But I'll tell you this, man. I want to say a couple things, man. I want to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all giving me this opportunity because we take for granted, man. I made a conscious choice that they can have all this shit before I give them my people away. People keep saying that this is a fucking black renaissance. That's a fucking lie. This is one of the worst times in history for black people. And I always tell people, I would rather be in chains than to be free and not know that I'm at war. All people of culture are at war right now. One of my friends showed me some statistics. Did y'all see what Putin said?
No.
Oh shit, I gotta show you, I gotta read this to
today?
you. No. This is on Instagram. Oh my God.
Putin on Instagram, Wilder?
No. So he said it in a speech.
The Russian nigga, Putin, the Russian nigga.
Yeah, the president of Russia.
He said it, but bro, this was one of the, bro, hold on,
Putin out here on horses and shit.
Man, let me listen to
With
this
no
shit,
shirt.
though,
Chest
bro.
naked on horses.
Bro, listen to
Nigga
this
out
shit.
here with Q-tips picking his nose.
That's
and shit.
hilarious. This motherfucker said, oh my gosh, bro. N.O.R.E, say something until I find this shit, dog. Just
No
talk
problem,
some
man.
shit.
We are motherfucking. We got notes and shit.
We gotta give him a BlackBerry, man.
Oh, you got a BlackBerry?
Mr. Lee, come over here,
Okay,
man.
let's give him a
We
BlackBerry,
gifting you.
goddammit.
You brought us gifts. We gonna give you gifts.
Dog, give me, I need a
Hold on,
motherfucker.
come over
Here
here.
you go, wait, stop.
No, you gotta wait. We gotta give you a gift.
Right.
You brought us gifts.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee,
Brand new BlackBerry.
Talk about the BlackBerry
Even though
for us.
BlackBerry's washed. Don't worry about it.
No, this is BlackBerry, no?
This is his.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the BlackBerry, a new BlackBerry named Key 2.
Thank you.
That's right. They are
as a
coming
matter of
back.
fact, what is your key to your success?
Speak. Because your English is very not so good.
We brought you uptown.
I see you got a lot of hits. You got a key to your success.
Key to your success.
We got subtitles coming. Don't
Thank
worry
you,
about
bro.
Look, that's the brand new BlackBerry. This is, look
Shout
at
out
that.
to
Look at that
BlackBerry.
now, God damn it.
it. Anything else, Mr. Lee?
Come
that
on,
we
give
need
him
to
the
know
box,
about?
man.
What
Come on,
I
give him
will
the box.
say about BlackBerry
Give him the box.
is BlackBerry was the greatest business phone
It's
I ever
business
had in
phone.
my life.
It was.
That's right.
Most of
and
the shit I
hopefully
do
it
on
is.
my iPhone, I'm playing.
Even right now, iPhone,
Hey, don't
when
lose
you get
yours.
an
You
email,
know, Drink Champs Army,
it
that's
doesn't
serious.
alert you when you get an email. You gotta go to your email.
So N.O.R.E, watch this shit, listen.
Putin.
Vladimir Putin says Africa is a cemetery for Africans.
Oh.
When an y'all listen to this shit. When an African becomes rich, his bank accounts are in Switzerland. He travels to France for medical treatment. He invests in Germany, he buys from Dubai, he consumes Chinese, he prays in Rome or Mecca. His children study in Europe. He travels to Canada, USA, and Europe for tourism. If he dies, he will be buried in his native country. Africa is just a cemetery for Africans. How could a cemetery be developed? Bro, that applies to all of us. That's the same thing I'm saying. You can't pay for a David Banner shoe, but you will go and give the most oppressive crackers on this planet. Think about it, as soon as we get money, even me and you, and we conscious, I went and got a Bentley. Bentley hate our motherfucking ass, dog.
What?
We go
They
to
do?
Christian Louis, yeah, they do.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Christian Louboutin, my homeboys that worked in the Louis Vuitton show in New York
This is the
said
second
that they
time I
don't
heard you
want
say
us.
Christian Louboutin.
Yeah, they don't like us, bro.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Bro,
Are they the Cristal the shoes? Are they
Bro,
the Cristal
let
the
me
shoes?
tell you.
Mr. Lee, you gotta stop.
Let me tell you, bro. Motherfuckers want to know who in their shoes. They don't want the average black person in their shoes and I can't hate on them because it's about their culture. And they don't want any motherfucker just bringing down their culture. It's just like, as much as I love, and I go to the strip club, and I love the strip club, I don't want to see nobody in the strip club with a God box t-shirt on because it stands for something. And I told one of my hustling homeboys, I said, when you out there selling dope, bro, do your thing. But when you put on this black fist emblem, That means something. You gotta hold yourself to a certain standard.
But is there an album that you gotta drop where those brothers can rock those t-shirts?
No, they could just go buy something else. No, cause I'm not, see, that's the thing.
Okay.
It's not about just the bag to me anymore. I said, since I said it on somebody else's show, I can say it on y'all show. I had an opportunity about 6-7 months ago to do a very big TV show. No, I was a little bit, because it's just coming out. It was about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, right when the God Box dropped. They wanted me to do this big TV show, and they wanted me to be this, just wow ass motherfucker. And they was paying me so much money. And not only did they say that, they said, listen, David Banner, this is a major TV show, but we'll shoot the TV show around your schedule because we want somebody that has lived this lifestyle. But what this young Asian kid from Buffalo, New York told me is that they use your 6'2" non-comedic black frame to perpetuate black fear. So they pay me all of this money. Notice there's only a certain type of black person that they let get certain type of roles. I'm a semester and a thesis away from a master's degree, dog. I got a 3.998 from one of the top universities in this world and an accelerated master's program. Why the fuck I can't play a doctor? I just lost 30 fucking pounds. I pulled my motherfucking shirt off in this shit, and your female constituency will go up by 30%.
For his health.
But the thing is bro.
Men is like, well, hold up, we don't want to see a six pack. Come on, you can clap for it.
The only six pack we want to see in this motherfucker. but the thing is that I told him no. I said, because I got the God Box out, and for one of the first times in history, bro, these kids are listening to me. It's actually scary, bro. And it was funny, to be truthful with you. A guy came and told me when I was on another show, he said the reason why these kids listen to you the way that they do, because a lot of them don't have fathers. So since the internet is now their home, they comb through the internet to look at a person that's like a father. Right. So to some of these people, we're their fathers, dude. So I was like, bro, while I got the God Box out, I'm not doing that shit. And I turned it down. And I ended up seeing the start of that show at LAX, bro, and he said the producer told him about it. And he said, David Banner, he basically told me, like, bro, I didn't think black folks was really about honor, bro. Yeah. Like, bro, to know that somebody turned down that kind of money, and I needed it, bro. Because I spent so much money on the God Box that you can get at davidbanner.com. As a matter of fact, I didn't spend enough time selling my products.
That's right.
All these jackets, all this shit you see, you can go to davidbanner.com and get it.
I got mine.
Shout out to Sally, you know what I'm saying? Regina, that's up in the office making this shit happen, davidbanner.com. But N.O.R.E is just to the point, man, where we gotta hold ourselves a certain way. I remember, bro, when you told me, N.O.R.E came up with the idea of having like a hip hop healthcare plan. You remember when you called me and told me about that, bro?
I want a union as well.
Yeah, union, right.
I want a union because the thing about it, I mean, healthcare, of course, as well.
He actually said a union, but I'm a little,
no, because you know why? The thing about it is, it's like I always reference this when I think about that. It's like your brother Kamikaze, right? Kamikaze was a part of Crooked Letters, right? I got to know you brothers very early on in life, right? Penalty Records. Big up to Neil Levine as well. Now, in my opinion, it's just like me and Capone. Just because I'm the blessed one, just because I'm the one who might have, reached a bigger success, doesn't mean I don't feel like Pone's health is more important than mine. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the fact that me and Capone came in together to this life, and I suppose I'm making all this money in the world, and Capone gets sick, I don't feel that anybody, I feel like he's putting the same amount of work, and there's people getting rich off of everything that we're doing, richer than us. I feel like there should be money put to the side.
And no disrespect, but Neil Levine made a hell of a lot of money because of Capone too.
Of course.
So we can talk about all of these different things, but he made a lot of
But that's what I'm trying to start with, though. What I'm trying to start with, Banner, is let's suppose we sit there and now we know, right? So one thing is we have to have equity, right? We have to have liquid. We have to have finances, right? Because none of these young niggas, that's the point I was trying to bring up earlier, was when a drug dealer told me to go upstairs, I went upstairs. Mr. Lee, let's do a shot. We can either do the coconut or tiger. But, so what I'm trying to say is, if we get together and we
Mr.
say,
Lee, let's actually do 2 shots because I don't think they were drinking like I was.
No, I just wanted to be on point with you.
And we were pre-partying too.
No, we were pre-partying too. But what I'm trying to say is, there should be something, like I don't feel like, okay, Scott La Rock, right? I wasn't around, I was born in 1977, I wasn't around when Scott La Rock happened. But Scott La Rock, me looking at this, me knowing that BDP I might not be around if it wasn't for BDP. And I'm from Queens, and they dissed Queens. But KRS-One influenced me so much that I look at it that Scott La Rock should have the illest tombstone in the world on hip hop.
It was funny, I was just listening to OC yesterday, dog.
OC, it's about Digging in Crates.
Digging in Crates,
yeah, big up to
on
OC.
my last album.
Right, so.
But this is what I'm saying. My bad for cutting you off, because I'm so like really like adamant and so like
I know,
emotional.
we talked on the motherfucking phone for 2 hours.
Yeah, emotional about this.
Let me tell people.
Yeah.
I was at the post office, and I was. This is when
the first nigga I called.
This is when I first opened up DavidBanner.com, and I was literally taking the stuff to the post office.
He was actually trying to count me out. He's like, I'm not sure, N.O.R.E.
He was like, Banner, I want to talk to you for a minute, brother. He's like, brother, I don't know why N.O.R.E. forget how long he always gotta say brother with me. N.O.R.E., you one of the few people that can actually say my nigga. You're like, N.O.R.E. was like, brother, I want to talk to you.
I needed to say brother.
So I wanted to hear this whole conversation. Right. And bro, he started, and that was the reason why I'm saying I'm so proud about you. Right. Did you notice how he was talking at first and it was super hood? Right. And then when he started talking about, people getting healthcare and shit, he was actually saying, if you look at the statistics for today, like, we need that shit, no.
Because you know why? Like my mom's, she worked for 20 years. She was a social worker. My mother don't have nothing to worry about. My father passed away. Like they stepped up. Like and my mother did not make for her corporations. This is Yup Cigar. My mother did not make for her corporations not near as much as I've contributed to 3 or 4 different. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, I know right now that if someone in my family gets sick, that's purely on me. Mm-hmm. Now I can accept that. But now if someone gets sick in my family who's gave their life to hip hop, if motherfucking rapper N.O.R.E. from Mobb Deep gets sick, I feel like rapper N.O.R.E. shouldn't have to worry about a $20,000 bill. I feel like I don't feel like it should be one of us. Right. I feel like it should be a monthly or maybe a
it should be like SAG. It should be like SAG.
But let me tell you something that I think though. I think similar to what we were talking about white supremacy earlier. We can't expect the same people that oppress us to do that. It's gonna take gonna take black men and women who have done well. And I'm not saying that I came up with this idea. N.O.R.E. actually said this. Let me be clear. We're gonna have to be the ones that pay into this process. But the thing is, it shouldn't just be us. That's the same thing that I'm saying about black folks, man. It hurts me. I do very well on DavidBanner.com, but bro, I don't really. Where I get my real freedom, and I probably just may go on, like, bro, I score movies and video games. I did the music for Mercedes-Benz. Like, I don't talk about where I get my money from, but bro.
But I'll tell you, those will be the first people to donate for us. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sorry to cut you off, but it'd be Mercedes-Benz. It'll be a Neil Levine. It'll be a Steve Rifkin. It'll be these people that I'm just telling you.
Well, they can afford it and they can write it off. But I get what you're saying.
But hold the shot while I
gotta take a piss too.
I'm going first.
I can go first, guys.
All right, well, both of y'all can go piss, but not together. I'll handle this shit. Let me tell y'all something. My name is David Banner.
But listen, what I'm trying to say is, that's all we need, because what I notice is our people, when I say our people, I'm talking about hip hop. I'm not talking about a color, race, creed. Our people will follow the next best thing, right? Mm-hmm. So right now, if you get on the motherfucking joint and you say, you know what, this is what we doing, this is what we rocking, maybe you have, 800,000 followers, and maybe out of them 800,000 followers, 80% or maybe 20% will follow what you're doing. That's enough. Mm-hmm. Imagine we all get together.
But this is the same
hold
part.
on, let me just finish.
I want to say this because it's important.
Yes.
Yeah, people will come together when we tell them to go buy some white folks shit. But when it's really time for us to do some shit that really matter, That's when we can tell if Drink Champs really has power or David Banner really has power. Bro, I got 1 million followers just on Facebook.
Right.
If 20%
support
of my followers would have bought the God box, I'd never have to rap again in my whole entire fucking life. And everybody say how I influenced them, or how, man, I was gonna commit suicide and you saved my life, and I'd be like, yo, bro, did you go get the God box? But hold on. So my thing is, can we get our people to direct that same power to give it to our people, just like you said?
To support our people.
Yes, that's all I want.
That is the trick. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You always honest with me, bro.
I buy everybody shit. I buy people shit that I don't know them. I buy people shit I might not necessarily like, because you know what it is? I know how it felt to be in that position and to need that help.
My mentor said, if you can't invest in the thing that saved your life, you are not worthy to live. Bro, I don't have no streaming.
I didn't even know that.
I don't have no streaming account. All my friends say I'm crazy. I still buy CDs. N.O.R.E, can I say one? Can I shift one time?
Please.
This is so important. Listen to me. All of you new rappers, let me tell you something, and I mean this with all my heart. Everything else I say, if you're an artist, fuck that shit, listen to this. People laugh at me because I still print up CDs and vinyl.
Right.
Tupac taught me something. You remember how Tupac used to always talk about being immortal?
Yep.
Do you remember when Apple had the Snow Leopard update, where everybody had to do the Snow Leopard update, or you couldn't listen to iTunes. You couldn't play your music. You remember that?
Okay.
That showed me that if we come up with a record that changes the whole fucking planet, they're saying Virginia now, they don't let the prisoners, I don't know if that's true, and I usually don't say shit that I don't research, but this shit hit me so hard, that they don't let the prisoners read anything from Malcolm, Martin, or Marcus Garvey, or Farrakhan. Like, you can't even read that if you're in prison. But my point is that if we are in a position and we put all our stuff on the internet, if they don't like you, they can push one button and you don't exist no more. I still have CD and vinyl because what Tupac said, that makes you immortal. Things that you hold in your physical hand, a motherfucker gotta come in your house with an army.
Oh no, that will
to
always
take that shit.
That album hard copies will always be for your hardcore fans. It will always be for memorabilia.
Right.
It will always that's for our era, and there's gonna be this new generation who's gonna gravitate towards that.
I hope they do.
It makes a comeback.
It's so much better. Because this whole thing, like we looked at, what we did was we put it on the studio. Big up to Rolling Loud, by the way. We're in Rolling Loud. We looked up all your stuff, and what happened was they put in all your related videos. So it's like you just related to fucking everybody.
You know what I want you to watch? I don't think that you got a chance to see. I know you saw it. I want you to go see the Black Fist video.
The Black Fist
video? That was the most revolutionary video. Man, no, if you go see that video right now, you might not come back.
No, I got to see in the bathroom. Hold on. You know who you look like? Let me tell you who this nigga look like. You know the nigga that they did a surprise party for and he pulled out the gun on the internet?
Damn!
That's what this nigga looked like the whole time, my nigga. I'm like, this nigga got a gun on him. Hold on.
I went too far. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got a serious question for you.
Yeah.
So I'm the Cuban guy here on the table, and we're talking about all this stuff.
And you're one of my closest friends.
And Latinos are multiracial. In all this conversation that you're having, where do you figure Latinos?
Can I be very honest with you?
Yeah, no. Might as well. There's no sense of being not honest.
Bro, it's so much stuff happening with black folks.
Because I seen you reference Mexicans, but we gotta remember there's so many different variations of Latinos.
The reason why I reference Mexicans so much is because I lived a long time in LA. And I loved the way that they were about La Raza. They were about culture. Yeah. This is what I tell you, bro. We try to act like we're all of these different things, but when a cop pull us over, to most cops, we niggas. All of us.
Yeah.
So for me, the struggle goes in tears. If you think about the breakdancing, if you think about half of him, in New York especially, motherfuckers grew up together in the same motherfucking hoods. To me, oh man, I'm so glad you asked that question. That was one of the questions I wrote down. I left my questions because I said I didn't want to make it dark. One of the things that I said, I don't understand why people of Latin descent,
I think I can answer
Native Americans, you've heard me say this before.
Yeah.
People all over the world have been oppressed by the same person.
Yep.
And for the most part, we don't really fuck with each other. I don't know why Native Americans and black folks don't fuck with each other. I don't understand for the most part, like we are cordial to each other, but these same motherfuckers have fucked up the smartest motherfuckers were the Asians. They built the fucking wall. That's the reason why their culture is still intact. My dude, for me, pain is the common denominator for all of us, bro. I lived in Harlem for 6 years, homie. And they got quotas in New York. And a lot of the black cops say, dude, I gotta fuck with black folks, because they know ain't nobody gonna come and help black folks, and for the most part, yo folks. And if we don't find a way to say, bro, if notice something about white folks. A dude had a joke one time that I didn't find funny. I think I choked this motherfucker. But the joke was real. He said, you know, one thing that two warring white people can come together on? Keeping a black man down. Black folks, other races of people, we can't even come together on our common denominator. And what's funny, I see all these people in all these different movements, bro. They're quick to talk about males from all of these different races, but most of the motherfuckers are scared to talk about the biggest oppressor in this world as a black man. One thing that you know, if you put your hand on a white man, what's gonna happen? I wish I had an effect. You going to jail forever, ever. You know, as long as it's not a political season, you shoot a black man, maybe 3, 4, 5 years, maybe.
Right.
So for me, bro, like.
No, wait. I do want to kind of, I think I have an answer for why you're saying why the different, whether Native Americans, Latinos, blacks, don't see eye to eye to a degree.
To answer your question though, directly.
Can we do a shot first?
Wait, no, come on, guy.
Yeah.
Let's do a shot.
Let's wait.
Come on, man.
Yeah, this may not be the thing to take a shot
take a
over.
shot.
But let me answer real quick. A person, one of the Moorish brothers asked me today, what do I think about the word black? And I was like, bro, we have bigger problems. I don't really, when I think about, if you really wanted the real answer to that question, I don't think about it because I have a clear and present enemy that's killing my people right now. So if you are an ally, you are an ally. I'll get to that later, but shit, I can't even get together with my own people yet. Before I can even I don't even really, to be honest with you, I don't even think about that, homie, only because.
About what? About what exactly, when you're saying?
About relations with other groups of people outside of black and white folks.
Although Latinos are multiracial and are your folks as well.
Right. But they're only my people if they accept it, because a lot of people.
Which is a reverberation of colonialism,
exactly,
which we're all suffering from.
Exactly. And the fact that it's really where the boat dropped off at. Cause at one time in history, people was fucking all over. Bro, I said that, dude. Motherfuckers be talking about they this and that, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, I'll be real with you. At the end of the day, bro, and it's crazy that a white woman said it. Bro, everybody is a descendant of a black woman. I don't give a fuck who you are. It may hurt your motherfucking feelings, fuck it. Now, the further you went away from the equator, the lighter you got.
Right.
But let's just be real. That's the reason why black people get the most oppression.
Let's take a shot on that.
Okay.
Everybody come from a black woman, goddammit. Ooh, we gotta lighten it up, goddammit.
You know what? And I don't usually do this kind of shit, but because I'm on Drink Champs, this the kind of this how I feel about my homies.
Oh, he doing the Puff Daddy shit. He doing the Puff Daddy.
And we smoking this madism right here. We smoking this mad.
Big up to Hakeem Green, leading the movement.
The legend.
legend,
Bruh,
Channel Live.
I'm proud of you.
Channel
what you
Live,
do.
salute.
I told him I'm proud of him too.
What you do with them kids, bro? I got a homegirl named Kia Washington. I do a lot of work in Harlem with Eagle Academy, with the males in Eagle Academy. Bro, people could talk that shit about what rappers do, what politicians do, bro. Y'all with them kids every fucking day, bro. And they pay y'all the least, and our kids are the ones who are leading us into the future, bro. So the fact that you a man enough, bro, to say, bro, I'm going to where it counts. You could have been an A&R, bro. You could have did what anybody else did, bro. You went back to our children, and
And he also leads a Dump Trump campaign too. So let me describe you a world that I may be, for lack of a better word, naive. I may be sensitive. I may be, for lack of a better word, gullible. But this is how I picture it. T.I., the mayor of Atlanta. You can clap your hands. Killer Mike.
Oh.
The governor of Georgia.
Kill it.
Yeah, clap your hands.
if you say my name, you gotta say president.
Talib Kweli.
Thank you, sir.
As mayor
Of Brooklyn?
of at least Brooklyn. God damn it.
Well, that'd be New York. I don't think you could be a mayor of Brooklyn. Can you be?
Yeah, this is a county council.
I don't think you have to be mayor of the
Yeah,
whole,
well,
of the whole city.
you get the key to Brooklyn. You don't gotta get the key to New
Key
York
of
City.
Brooklyn, I don't think I
Bro,
know
do you
do that.
remember? Hold on, I want to say this
Well,
before
hold on,
you finish.
let me describe this perfect world that I'm visualizing. Hakeem Green and them running New Jersey. I'm gonna throw this out there. It's gonna sound fucked up, but we want our mayor to be the real mayor of Miami.
Who?
Trick Daddy. We want Trick Daddy. Eat a booty gang.
Or Pitbull.
Eat a booty gang. No, Pitbull's the governor. You gotta relax.
You already put him in the governorship?
So let's make sure that we say something though.
Okay.
If
Hold on, let me finish my point,
Okay, go
man.
ahead,
Let
go
me
ahead.
tell you what I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
As much as we have done hip hop, right now Jay-Z can tell you, don't wear button-ups, and niggas won't wear button-ups. Jay-Z can tell you, Ace of Spades is a piece of shit. Start drinking, Cristal's a piece of shit. Start drinking Ace of Spades.
Right.
If we really got together, right, and said, yo, fuck it, we gonna fuck with politics and take over this shit because we can do it. And this is something, we all made it. We all made it to a certain extent. Hold on, this is my perfect world. This is my perfect world now. And behind the scenes, we got, what's the nigga from X-Men? Dr. Xavier? Dr. Xavier Farrakhan. He's constructing it all behind the scenes. But now you got Hove and Will Smith and constitutive people in the White House with David Banner, and I think we can do this.
You don't remember?
Hip-hop.
You don't remember, bro? Like, you don't remember that conversation? That same day that you had that conversation, I told you quietly
Yes.
that we should do that.
Yes.
Because if they know that we coming, I was like, if we all ran at the, since you said it,
Right.
I said if we all quietly ran at the same time.
Yes.
Because I was saying like we
That's
go
what
to
I'm
the
trying to
Bay,
do right
we go
now.
to the Bay
I'm
and get
trying-
840.
E40? That's
Right,
what I'm talking about.
you know what I'm saying? Right, we
Kill
get
it.
Snoop.
Too short.
Right.
Too short. We make an American holiday. Shave.
No, but we can't do that. No, we can't do that.
Dre will be
That was
governor
the
of
thing I was gonna
California
say. That was the
easy.
thing that we we're gonna say. The thing that I will say.
I went too far.
Yeah, you did. I wasn't gonna say that on your own show, dog.
He always goes too far. It's okay.
What I was
It's
gonna say,
okay.
though, the people that I picked were only people who were already political. See, the thing is we can't do the same thing that we did to hip hop to a certain degree. Is that we
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. My experience, if I didn't hear David Banner or Crooked Letters, I would never ever want to even step a foot in Mississippi. But your experience, your stories, your tales, you guys, it made me say,
But
okay.
but the thing is, N.O.R.E, you have to have people who want to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because what I'm saying is, one of the reasons why I'm great at politics, and it was funny, every time I usually come, I bring a book. but I was running late. I'm reading Marcus Garvey now. And Marcus Garvey said you have to study you have to master history. You have to have people that say, if I ran for a political office,
we need you to do that.
I'm not doing rap no more until I'm done. I'm not doing no movies. I'm not doing anything.
But why can't we go back to T.I.? T.I. said he could be all 5 then.
No, the thing is, you can be all 5 in your personal life. But hold on, wait, let me tell you.
But here's the part you're missing. Trump did not think how you thinking.
But Trump ain't doing shit. He
Trump
don't give a fuck.
Disaster.
No,
Man.
Trump said, I'm a New
fuck.
York nigga and I'm gonna be New York.
Right, listen.
Don't play New York.
But what is he doing? I'm not playing about my people, no.
Yeah, that's true. No,
let me give you the point. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to change the fucking world.
Right.
I'm going to be not the best musical governor or president, because I don't do that little shit. If I'm doing it, I'm doing it all the way. I'm going to really do something for real.
But everybody know you can't change the world unless you change your own house first. So can we, because you can't say you'll clean up your house if your house is dirty. So can we make a Mississippi like a Miami?
We can.
That people want to come to Mississippi and go to Wet Willie's.
We can. No,
absolutely.
we can. We can, but the thing is the thing is we don't research. We need a Maynard Jackson. He is the reason why Atlanta is what he is today. People don't notice. He went and got Babyface and L.A. Reid, which would spawn Outkast, Usher, and TLC, who don't get enough credit for the Atlanta move. Atlanta is a $2 to $3 billion business just with music. We're not even talking about the fact that Atlanta now is the #1 place that they shoot movies in the world. Not LA.
Shout out Guggen family too.
So what I'm saying.
Tyler Perry got his own factory.
What I'm saying is this: is if we are going to get people to do this, they either got to be one or two things. They have to be an avid studier of politics and the way to get shit really done, or they're going to have to be an extreme puppet, like the Bush son was. His daddy was running that shit. We all knew that.
But let me ask you something.
So we can get something done. That's all I'm saying.
I know what he's saying.
Let me ask you something. But look, and let me say something that's been a history on Drink Champs. What I feel, the only positive thing that President Trump has brung to the whole administration is he turned politics into a smack DVD.
Now fuck that, man.
This shit is a smack DVD out here, my nigga.
Actually, what he's saying it is.
No, it's true.
That's the only positive thing he did.
Real quick, I'm gonna tell you right now. He's a part. He went to WWF.
He's a part of Smack?
No, WWF.
Oh, WWE.
Whatever.
WWE.
Whatever the wrestling shit is.
Right.
He went there and he was a part of it.
Right.
And I feel that he saw that and he said, "This is how I'm gonna win the presidency."
He's a reality TV show.
Yeah.
And what he does, well, I know he knows this, but like, I have a lot of international friends. America's a fucking joke right now.
We are a joke. It's true.
We are a joke.
He's not lying. We are a
fucking joke. And that's the thing that I'm saying, N.O.R.E, that if we seriously, you just gave the ultimate plan. But if motherfuckers is gonna do this, and you're not about building a true political structure for your black people, then it's no different than Obama. It's just hope. Like if we gotta go in with a plan and say this is what we're all gonna do politically, and this is what we're gonna accomplish.
But the one thing I went deeper, the reason why I went deeper and I didn't use any black people, I used hip hop people, because hip hop, we live by a code. Not hip hop, the streets we live by a code. I sincerely
hip hop used to live by a code.
We used to live by a code, but now this is the upper echelon of hip hop. You notice I didn't say Lil Uzi Vert for Philadelphia.
Right.
I'm going to say Meek Mill because that makes sense for we trying to be mature. We're not trying to we're not hiring 6ix9ine to be the Brooklyn Council. So what I'm trying to say is we're going to be that mature upper echelon. I think if we all come in unison, we can achieve.
I just want you to remember this though, N.O.R.E, for the rest of your fucking life.
Yes,
bro.
please.
Before I talk about any of these kids, and let's be really honest.
Yep.
I remember how they used to talk about me.
Yep.
When Like a Pimp came out. They talked about me the same fucking way. They didn't stop talking about me that way until I start busting their ass. And I was gonna talk to you about your album. I promised myself after the hip hop cipher.
I remember the conversations we had.
After the hip hop cipher, I said every verse I ever spit, from this day on, I'm smashing them. And hip hop talk all this shit about how they want hip hop better. That's a fucking lie. Cause when a southern motherfucker spit that shit like Andre 3000 does, a motherfucker don't never put them in that top 5. I'm killing these motherfuckers on these verses. And whether it's one, I just spit on Eric Sermon album, dog. Rockwaller called me and say, bro, we thinking about changing the whole, bro, I'm killing them. I say, I'm in the back of the graveyard grinning. You John Lennon, you bleeding out on Abbey Road with holes in your white linen. I told a motherfucker,
spit it.
What's
pass me the horn if you're not using it.
What is the fourth, what is the fourth member of Tribe Called Quest?
Jerome.
Yeah.
He's Kendall.
I said, I'm in the kitchen cooking. I said, I'm in the kitchen cooking for my tribe like Jerobi. You niggas act like you don't know me. Homie, what the fuck is up? I put 4 or 5 holes in your new Bentley truck. Oh, shit, boy.
Make some noise!
From the day that, and from the hip hop cipher to the day that I die, it better not put me on the album. I don't care whether you old or young, I'm coming. Cause what I realize is as smart as I am and as much as I read, take your time on your verses. I'm quick to tell a person, if I'm in the studio with them, I ain't ready. I go home. Ninth Wonder verse, I had to wait for a minute, 3-4 days. But when I spit that, shit, I'm on a motherfucker's ass, bro. And that's how we gotta look at culture. No, he just put out the Jamila 2 record. Okay, yeah, I smashed that bitch.
I need to ask you, this is a personal question of mine. I know this might be fantasy, but just bear with me. One of my favorite movies I seen this year is Black Panther, right? Wakanda seems like a place I want to go.
Right.
How can we make, even though that's fantasy, how can we make that in real life? Because it has to be a possibility, because if you can think it, you can achieve it. If you build it, they're gonna come. So how can we make our own Wakanda?
I got your answer. When I lecture, people always ask me why I don't go deeper. They know that I'm smarter. This is the biggest thing, and I'll say it again. I said it once already. Most black people don't like being black. So no matter how much information I give you, if you don't like living around another black person, we can't build a black community. If you don't like when you look at a black person, you see a nigga, I tell women all the time, if you told your children they were gods, maybe they would act like gods. And if they acted like gods, maybe someone would treat them like gods. Everybody always talk about Jesus all the time. If you really think that Jesus is your father, then your father is a god. And if my father is a god, what the fuck am I? I real live with all my heart. Don't think I'm a god, I know I'm a god, because I can think of something and bring it into the present. If I look at a woman and be like, ooh, she fine as hell, I'm gonna get her, and not only am I get her, I'm gonna make another god. And I'll make a child, and I thought about that child when I saw her ass. That's God. No, that's real. You look at her like, and not only, but see, that's only part of it. See, we want to say that we men, but the man is not fucking and coming. It's taking responsibility and making sure that you create a culture that makes a god. So to answer your question, before we can make Wakanda, we have to let people know that they're T'Challa. And they don't think that they are.
Okay, what's T'Challa? I forgot that part.
T'Challa was the main dude. That was the Black Panther. Come on, N.O.R.E.
That's the nigga name? I thought it was nigga Black Panther, my bad.
But what I'm saying, bro, is that it's psychology.
Right.
Most black people don't like being black people, and they don't want to be around black folks. Bro, listen. I said that, I told black folks, I diss Nike, even though I wear Jordan. I wear Jordan because that's a black man.
I did the same.
I diss Nike because some of them, be real, some of my homies work for Nike. Nike is one of the most fucking, they call brand Jordan the ghetto.
Wow.
Inside of Nike culture. And the motherfuckers that work for Nike, you know I'm telling the truth, so you can deny it, so fuck you, because I know people that work.
Wow.
Listen to what happened. Listen to what happened. And they would deny this shit, but I know people that work for Nike on the low. this is what happened with the Kaepernick shit, and show you how black folks got duped. I was talking about Nike and black folks went crazy. I even erased the shit that I said off of Instagram, because one thing that I don't talk about is religion, gender, or fucking Nikes. Because we love our fucking Nikes. Right. What happened was this, is what people don't know is as a corporation, although Nike distributes Jordan, Jordan is a separate company. Yep. That was the reason why they took the Nike logo off of Jordan. They didn't believe in him. That's why Jordan made so much money, and they made sure that they wouldn't give LeBron the same type of deal, because they didn't believe in Jordan. And the same, what's the dude that made Star Wars? George Lucas. The same way they did George Lucas. They didn't believe in George Lucas, so he had the rights to the Star Wars figures. Same thing happened with Jordan. They didn't believe Jordan was gonna blow, so they gave him all that power. So if you look at the financial statements, when it comes to white folks, I don't listen to nothing they say. I look at financial statements. White folks don't care about nothing but money and life. That's it. If you look at the financial statements, it was Nike, Jordan, then Adidas. When Kanye left Nike and went to Adidas, he eclipsed brand Jordan. Yep. See, we don't look at
also
money.
Also, Pharrell came.
Yeah. But Big Sean, Rihanna. But for the most part, it was Kanye.
Okay,
Let's just be real, it was Kanye.
Let's big him up.
But then when Kanye, then Nike said, oh, black folks are important. So what are we, because we don't even know we at war. I told my homeboy today, he said, man, I wish our people would play would play chess. I said, I would just be happy if our people played checkers, because at least they would know it's a game being played on them. What happened was, they said, okay, damn, black people are important. Kanye was important. Okay. Then when Kanye said the dumb shit about slavery, Nike said, this is our opportunity. So they went, and what people also didn't know, that Nike had just re-upped their deal with the NFL. They are the main shoe supporter of the NFL. Black folks wasn't fucking with the NFL for a minute. Right. So what they did was they put out a bogus ass commercial with Kaepernick that said nothing about why he kneeled. See, if you don't put the reason why, then you are totally neglecting the people who Kaepernick were talking about that died. So they just put out something about him, put a little bit of culture in it. Black folks spent $42 million in 2 days, start watching the NFL again, and Nike made $42 million fucking dollars.
I was one of them niggas, I ain't gonna though. No.
So peep game. What they did was, they played us, bro. They played us, dude. Why couldn't we have given that $42 million to Kaepernick? We could have gave it directly to him. No, we gave it to some fucking elitist ass motherfuckers who don't care about us in the first place. And we started watching the NFL again. They won 2 times. Damn. Hold on, wait, give me that. No. Don't damn, because we said it on Drink Champs, and now motherfuckers know better. And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about it, and I'm attractive. I just lost 30 motherfucking pounds. I'ma lose, listen. All you motherfucking entertainers, I've been giving you an opportunity. I've been rocking the beards. I've been looking like a fucking lumberjack. I've been fat and sloppy. I'm about to lose 20 pounds. And have you ever watched Conan before?
The Barbarian?
Yeah. That's how I'm about to start dressing. I ain't wearing no shirts no more. After I lose these next 20 pounds, I'm just gonna drape some fur around my motherfucking back. If you love your fans and your women, you better marry them now. Cause when I lose these 20 pounds, you see my cheekbones right now? I look, oh shit.
So do we open up another bottle?
We should.
Okay.
All right, so the way I look right now.
Let's take it to Ride Along.
Okay.
How did you get that role? Ride Along. Okay. Looking good.
Pull my motherfucking jacket off and this motherfucker.
You 44, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Looking good.
I'm 44. Look like I'm 27.
Make some noise, Mom. Goddammit.
And I know I look, let me tell you something about what I think.
Right.
People always say you should be humble. I don't believe we should be humble. I believe I'm a God. I believe I'm a son. And if you a son and I know who I am, I want to see you shine. If you another God, see, what happens is when people are insecure in who they are, I know who I am. I'm a beautiful motherfucker. I know I'm not the only one. See, that's what men fuck up. Is men think just because they're God or they're a son or they look awesome that they the only motherfucker on this world or in this world that can get away with shit. I know I ain't the only one. But I am one of them.
God damn it.
Shit.
God damn it.
N.O.R.E, I'm trying to stay away from your weed, bro. I don't want to see people. I don't want people to see me smoking weed.
Listen, man. If you want to, man, listen,
no,
man.
not on, after we get.
So what? Because I know we touched on it earlier, but I would like to be a little bit more articulate with the streaming services, right? A lot of us, especially the new generation, they come out. Their thing is clicks, right? When I look at my sons, I look at my daughter, I look at they don't even fuck with the TV. I don't know why I'm paying fucking cable bill, because none of them watch the fucking shit. Only me, because I like to watch King of Queens and shit like that, and like Al Bundy. Like I watch. I'm an old fart, right? But my kids, they on the fucking screens all the time. And how do we make streaming work for us? A person that's independent.
Let me tell you how smart Jay-Z was.
Okay.
Jay-Z saw what the trend was gonna be.
Created his own.
So he created his own.
Title.
Yeah.
Created his own.
He's like, fuck
Bro,
that.
the answer to everything is you. Every question that you can ask me is you. You do it. See, let me tell you something. This is my personal opinion. This is not to disrespect anybody in this room or anybody out there in Drink Champs world. I think black people have been duped by the story of Jesus. I think we look at the story of Jesus and we're waiting for Jesus to come back. But the story of Jesus is this. The story of Jesus was to show you that you could be God on earth too. See, people want Jesus to come back because they don't want to bear their own cross. You don't want to be a man enough to I just fasted for 30 days. Now, I didn't do what Jesus did. I hadn't made it to 40 days, but I fasted for 30 days.
What kind of fast you did?
Juice and soup. Okay. No solid. And the soup that I cook it for a day.
Good enough.
So that it's just like water.
Yeah.
But one thing I have to say about my fast, I drunk wine like a motherfucker.
During your fast?
Yeah. I just don't want to have solids. I just don't want to eat food.
Whoa.
I don't give a fuck what it is. And the reason why I didn't mind is I found, see, we used to everything because we've been oppressed. We want everything to be so fucking hard and mean. I gotta sacrifice for the world. Fuck that.
Wait, I'm talking about you can fast with wine?
Let me tell you me.
Yo, let's fast right now.
Watch this. We're talking about calorie intake, right? Okay, if I want to look awesome, if I ain't eating no food, I can take that 70 calories from a glass of wine and I still look at my cheekbones. You ain't never seen my cheekbones. Matter of fact, I ain't never seen yours. Congratulations, motherfucker.
No, but
for real.
You put me on. Hold on, time out. You fucking me up. Hold on, time out. So you
look at his cheekbones, goddamn.
I've been beating his cheekbones. Listen.
Don't look too long.
Hold on, time out. So you telling me you could do a 30-day fast, and then within this 30-day fast, you could have a glass of wine.
I had a bottle of wine every day.
Let me
tell you.
And you still lose.
But no, you don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. Look at me.
I'm playing with you.
No, look at me though. I look awesome, don't I? I know you don't want to admit it because we're masculine.
No, I like fasting. I'm a faster as well.
No, he's a faster.
Yeah,
but you didn't know
Hold on a second. Wait, y'all. I'm looking at the camera. Hold on, y'all. Look at me.
Take a picture, goddammit. Take a picture.
No, but before
no,
you can't. I'm the God of my existence. I make my parameters. You feel what I'm saying? And if I am man enough, Malcolm X said this. The Muslims say this. If you can control your appetite, you can control the universe. They did not say the world. I'm not eating no food. I can't have a fucking bottle of wine. Shit. What? I ain't eating first of all, I ain't ate no pork, and I have to give it up to Sadat X, Derek. At the time, he was Derek X. He's the reason why I don't eat pork to this day. I have to specifically say, brand Nubian.
Yes, me too.
But I have to say, Sadat X, particularly, he's the reason why I don't eat pork. I haven't ate pork since the 11th grade. In Mississippi. And the thing that a motherfucker lie about, all y'all dusty motherfuckers, you act like pork is nasty. It is nasty for you, but if I could, I bathe in it. That shit tastes awesome. But see, that's the kind of shit kids need to hear.
Your crack is awesome too.
I don't know. I ain't never had
I heard heroin is fantastic.
Hold on, N.O.R.E.
Wait, but you're saying you don't eat it, but it's awesome.
It is.
No, I've never had crack or heroin.
Pork is a part of our lifestyle, and I don't eat it.
Yeah, I don't eat it either.
No, but they say
it's part of
heroin
my
is
lifestyle too.
Like pernil.
No, they say
That's what we
heroin
eat
is
every
fantastic
Christmas.
too. But it is what it is, man.
No, we can't. You have to retract that crack statement.
No, I'm just saying. They say crack is awesome too.
Hold on, just because N.O.R.E is my homie, they say.
I
not he say.
Yeah, I don't smoke crack at all.
He sold it to some friend of his.
I sold it a lot.
Yeah, you sold it to a friend of yours?
I sold it to a friend.
N.O.R.E, you was about to say you sold it a little and knew that was a lie. He was like, I sold it a lot. I sold it a lot.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I had no way out.
Hey, hold on. Let me tell y'all a quick story. Let me tell y'all a quick story about N.O.R.E.
No problem.
I know I told this the last time, but this shit was so funny. We were trying to shoot a video, and I told y'all this the last time. N.O.R.E was one of the first New York cats I ever saw that really liked Southern music. It wasn't fake. Like, he had heard about Master P from DC way before Master P had blown, and he was on the tables in New York, like, this Southern shit is crazy.
No, I could attest to that.
He loved this song that we had, Firewater. He ended up getting on the record. N.O.R.E told me, you gotta go in there and scare the white people. he said you can throw something through the glass. He said you can turn over their desk, just don't touch them, man.
Don't touch them.
And let me tell you something, man. I don't know if I told y'all this last time. I'll never forget this, and N.O.R.E don't even remember this. And he'll say he do, but he don't. N.O.R.E was shooting, what was the video when you was?
It was N.O.R.E.
Yeah, well, that was with the pyramids and the
cheetah running. Oh, no, that's Super Thug. No, wait. Alright, the pyramids is Super Thug.
Yeah, it was.
But the cheetah running is Oh No. So
no, it was Super Thug.
Nah, Super Thug.
It was definitely
no cheetahs in Super Thug.
All right, but it was Super Thug.
I think it's Super Thug.
Oh, so you saying Super Thug?
It was Super Thug. And I think a cheetah was a Super Thug. You may go look at it.
No, there's no cheetahs in Super Thug.
But anyway, it was the pyramids. I know that you was in the set. At that time, you could. That was $1 million video. Come on, dog.
No, Super Thug was 500,000.
No, what was the video that was $1 million?
Oh No.
Okay, well, it was Oh No.
Oh No, yeah.
So Noriega told Neil Levine that this Firewater shit, because most motherfuckers don't want to take away their shine. He was like, bro, this is actually the shit right here. He was like, you're shooting $1 million video. Give these boys $70,000 and let them shoot a video out of my budget. You won't be able to tell the difference. And Neil Levine still said no. And what's funny, this is something that it really surprises me. And I know Steve Rifkin don't want to hear this, but I know he think this the truth. Neil Levine and Steve Rifkin, they think because I'm about black power that I don't like them. I saw Steve Rifkin one time I was running in Runyon Canyon. He saw me and he did this. Like, bro, you changed my life, homie.
Right.
Like, as business people, we had some difficulty, but I don't think there's no other person that I could have signed to besides Steve Rifkin that would have done what he did. He let me do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. Right. Wasn't nobody else fucking with crooked letters. Neil Levine believed in that shit. You know, so for me, I'm not mad at you. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problems with you. Like, black power don't mean I hate you. Right. Unless you do some fucking white racist shit, then I'm at your ass.
Right.
You know, but like, man, we have to find a way to do business. Like, I'm not emotional about business. I am emotional about black people, but I'm not emotional about business. Business is about contracts.
Right.
See, that's the thing. Motherfucker can't fuck me. I used to have a pride. I used to think suing a motherfucker was the weakest shit in the world. I sue your ass. And Jewish people in New York will sue each other and go to each other's bar mitzvah. It's fucking business. You fucked over me in business. You fuck over me in some street shit, I'm gonna beat your ass. Right. If you fuck over me in business, it's because I didn't have the knowledge to put it in the contract, and that's my fault, not your fault. Can't nobody fuck you. You can only allow yourself to be fucked for a lack of knowledge. I tell people you are a slave to whatever you don't know. You feel me?
I'll tell you a story. But it was a guy named Michael Ovitz. You heard of Michael Ovitz? You can Google Michael Ovitz. Come on, Hazardous. Well, Michael Ovitz did a deal with Chris Lighty. I didn't know who the fuck Michael Ovitz was. So Chris Lighty, Michael Ovitz was cigar. Of course you can.
You can give me one of them for later.
Yeah. No problem. You can have more.
You can give me one of them.
Okay, I got you. No problem. We won't do it on camera. I got you. But so what happened was Michael Ovitz and Chris Lighty, huh? Yeah. Well, Michael Ovitz and Chris Lighty did a deal. At the time, I had nothing to do with Hollywood, but this guy Michael Ovitz wanted to meet me. So he's like, yo, I don't give a fuck. I want to meet N.O.R.E. So we go down. We sit down in Violator, and Michael Ovitz tells me, he goes, yo, listen. I sold Samsung to Disney, and then I told Disney that was the worst shit they ever did in their life. Buy Samsung back. So I sold it to Disney, Samsung, and by the way, this is $360 million lost. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, I'm fucking 26 years old from Left Rack City. I'm trying to act like this is some normal shit.
Right.
But this is not no normal shit. But I'm sitting there, and then that night, I had went to the Bronx, and it was a murder over $7. Not 7,000, not 17,000, not 170,000, not 17 million. And I just seen a guy who told me, yo, N.O.R.E, I jerked Samsung to buy Disney and buy Disney to buy Samsung. The companies I'm naming could be incorrect.
Yeah, you might be wrong.
I might be wrong. But what I'm saying is, and he's sitting there telling me, because they thinking I'm on their level, like they thinking I'm working with 300 million or some shit like that, where I'm sitting there and I'm like, word? And that day, I seen a murder happen for $7 over a dice game.
Bro, let me tell y'all something.
Over a dice game.
I don't even think people are gonna get, I don't think they're gonna get what you're saying, bro, how deep that is.
That shit was
what
fucked
he's
up.
saying is that this dude fucked over a corporation for multi-millions of dollars, and they still do business with each other.
And you know the reason why I brought up that story? Because of what you said. Because we know what he told me? He said, oh yeah, he said, I'm going to skiing with them in Aspen. Like whatever companies it was, Samsung and Disney. He's like, oh yeah, we all going to skiing together. And I was like, what? But still, it didn't hit me. It didn't hit me until that nighttime. At nighttime, I went to the Bronx. I forget why I went to the Bronx. I went to the Bronx. I know I was going to someone's apartment, and I walked through, and I had to drop Lexus, which was in all actuality, they should have killed me too, because I had just drove through their block, had to drop Lexus right after a murder, and I stood there and I asked, and then I walked up in the building, and then when I thought about everything, I was like, yo, I don't belong here at all. I'm the exact opposite of what. I am the example of what they're saying.
And what people don't understand, sometimes when people hate you, they hate you because you are the exact example of what they were not able to accomplish in their own life. And I realized that about myself. Sometimes, because you know I'm the first one to go to the hood.
God damn it, please say that one more time. God damn it. Please say that one more time. Yo, please. Y'all niggas don't relate to that.
Fuck that, I do it for myself.
Y'all niggas don't relate to that. Yo, hold on. You said sometimes people will hate you because you're an exact example of what they could have been.
I realized that about some of my old friends. Like,
that's crazy. Oh my God, I got the Holy Ghost. I'm sorry.
When people look at me, I'm the example because we all grew up together. So they look at me and like, that motherfucker actually had the audacity to
do
be
it.
God.
To make it.
To do it.
To be God. No. I say this on purpose. To be God. And then to turn around and clean himself up? Are you serious? To be God?
I gotta take one more piss. I'll be right back.
I mean, that's all right. We good.
No, I'm coming back to how you be God.
But this is something that I'll say, E, and we gotta do better by ourselves, bro. To each other. You know, one of the things that I wanted to say about your last album, bro, like we keep saying that we doing it for hip hop, but hip hop don't do it for us.
I agree.
That's why I that's why I stay with, like, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. As conscious as I am, the hood motherfuckers are the ones that support me, with the exception of Talib Kweli and maybe Ninth Wonder in hip hop. The rest of the motherfuckers don't fuck with me. T.I. fuck with me. Jeezy fuck with me. Snoop fuck with me. E40 fuck with me. You feel me? Like the rest of them.
You're kind of saying everybody in a sense.
Huh?
In a sense, you're saying everybody.
What I'm saying is that conscious hip hop don't fuck with me. They don't. It's just the real, and I'm cool with that, because I don't give a fuck. I'm for the people, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of these motherfuckers. I care about our people, motherfuckers that's struggling. I don't give a fuck about no fucking titles, dog. Jeezy gave me $20,000 doing Katrina and say, Banner, don't tell nobody that I gave this money, because it ain't about no fucking show. It's about them people, and I know you gonna give them that money. T.I. raised $80,000, dog. Out of all these motherfuckers, Talib is the only one that pick up the phone when I call, homie. You feel me?
Right.
So like, I go like the gangsters. It's who I fuck with. Cause at least the gangsters tell you, I don't give a fuck about you. They don't fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you niggas. And then they make $1 million and you think they gonna change. They told you they didn't give a fuck about niggas and shit. Now you surprised when they get rich, you think they gonna change? They told you what it was. It's about this fucking bag, nigga. So I respect that. You have a code. You have a code of honor. Your code may be warped, but at least I like a man who stands for his word. All this conscious shit, dog, I don't wanna be a part of the conscious community. I am conscious because I know better. I want people who want to do the real fucking work. I don't give a fuck about how you rap, because I'm going to tell you, and I'm not going to name no names. I've been on tour with a lot of the conscious motherfuckers. They be the ones with the white girls. The motherfucking hood motherfuckers, they be at Strokers and Magic City in the line with the black girls. Like, these be the motherfuckers. So, like, for me, I don't want no tags. Are you ready to work? I'm going to tell you something, this is something real. A gay dude DM'd me one time and said, David Banner.
Where we going with this, David?
Just hold on, listen to me. Gay dude DM'd me one time and said, David Banner, I want to be a part of the movement, but I'm gay. And I say, bro.
D-Ray?
Huh? No.
Was it D-Ray?
Come on, guy.
That was my man. D-Ray's my man. I know him with the
D-Ray
blue
gay?
jacket. You ain't know D-Ray gay?
He is?
Not D-Ray the comedian.
Oh, yeah, that's my homie. Oh, yeah. Bro, you scared me, dog. I was like, that's my homie. I ain't know.
But there's a black activist named D-Ray with the blues.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah. He's,
So, wow.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I thought you was going.
Let's drink to that. Let's pause.
A shot? Let's do a shot?
Yeah, we need it. Can we get a shot real quick? Whoa.
Yo, but y'all don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we know what
we
know what you're talking about.
And you know what? I seen him in Complex Calm. I told him I'm a fan. I told him I follow him, and that was it.
But
he didn't fuck with me. He went and spoke to Pharrell. He left me immediately. That's a fact.
You a cold piece of work.
No, look, I'm not even trying to be funny.
Hey, hood motherfuckers in here, you know what he just said, right?
No,
but let me finish my point.
even trying to be funny.
This is really important. A gay guy hit me. He was like, David, man, I want to be a part of the Black Power movement, but I'm gay.
Right.
And I told him, bro, if you doing the work, if you working, if you handing out boxes, if you feeding people, how the fuck I know who you fucking anyway? If you working, let's get to work, dog. Cause when a policeman put a fucking pistol to your head, he not saying, excuse me, are you Muslim?
Or are you gay?
Are you gay?
No, he's saying you
Are you
black?
Christian? You a nigga.
Yeah, you're a nigga. It's fact.
So for me, bro, I don't care what you are if you about to work, my dude, of liberating my people. We'll deal with all the rest of that shit later on, homie.
Let me interrupt you for 1
That's just
second.
funny. My 6 years on the West Coast just came.
Because you know why? You know why? It's because what I feel like we're doing right now is I feel like we're announcing the problem, right? Let's while we're getting out of here, let's lean towards solutions.
Well, I disagree.
Okay.
Because all night we really been talking about is solutions. Cause I tell you, the first thing we said is own your own shit.
No, you're right.
You just laid out a whole fucking.
You're right.
I'm only saying that so you can give yourself credit.
No, you're right.
Dude, you laid out 2 or 3 political plans for people.
But I wanna, cause I know our fans. So the people who haven't been to education, who haven't been to school, is they want to support. They most of us, you know, to tell you the truth, poverty-stricken people can never be racist. Because you know why? The Russian that lives next door to me is damn near going through the same struggle I'm going through. No, don't get me wrong, 90% of us is us. But that, you know, that Chinese guy, like I lived next door to Chinese people. It was a black man who had made love to a Chinese woman, a Korean woman, excuse me, Freddie, Joseph, and Robert. It was my best friends growing up. And they were black and Korean. Right. And in the streets, they were niggas. Because they sold drugs, they shot niggas, they did whatever the fuck they wanted to do. But, so how do we move forward in the future? This is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry I was long-winded.
No. I just wanted to make sure you knew that, bro. You actually did a very good job of articulating a whole lot of plans. Bro, you just laid out a fucking union. Yeah. Who has ever done, I'm being very serious. Let's be serious for a second.
No, I'm very serious.
Who has ever done that but you? and you called me. Bro, I could tell he was nearly in tears, dog.
I did cry.
And N.O.R.E is one of the hardest niggas I know.
I didn't know you knew that.
That's the first time I used nigga in a long time. I must be getting drunk.
I didn't know you knew that.
I use niggas.
Salute. Man, I didn't know you knew that. Salute. I'm getting teary-eyed right now.
I can hear you, bro.
Salute. Because you know why?
He was dead
Hold on,
serious.
You got to take it when you do it.
I'm sorry. What? I'm the motherfucker that did this, though. Let's keep it. Hold on, wait, let me do my.
You know
where we turn it over to make sure a motherfucker ain't cheating. Oh, but yeah.
You know why, Banner? Because I think of brothers like Kamikaze, right? And I think of brothers like Capone, who I don't feel I'm better than or more privileged than. I might have had a better chance, or I might have hustled more. Doesn't make me a better person than them. But if we came into this game together, I think about a person like Tragedy. You know, he put me on, regardless of how it went from there. If he was to ever get sick, I would want to be there for him. Yeah. And maybe I'm in Africa, curing whatever, or trying to do whatever I'm trying to do. I shouldn't feel obligated to stop my life. I feel like it should automatically come. Pause. That was sounding crazy. But because, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, if we're not gonna do it, then who will?
Yeah.
Who will? Like at the end of the day, like you said to me, right? You said to us, who did I come with? You came by yourself. Pause. But the fact that you
hold on, wait. At this point in our life, the pause makes it worse, don't it?
I know.
Cause I didn't even hear it.
I'm so serious.
I didn't hear it until the pause.
But now something happened to Banner, right? Now and God bless, because we don't want to wish that. But if something happened, I don't feel like you should go in your own stash. I feel like you put in enough work. I feel like I hit CEOs myself personally, and each one of them said, he gonna do it on his own. When is the time for you not to do it on your own?
But the problem is, N.O.R.E, and let me get back to my political self.
No problem.
Go every time, everybody in this room, every time a white cop who we all know because of a video has killed an innocent black person. Mm-hmm. If you go and look at their crowdfunding pages, they get anywhere from $500 to $2 million.
Wow.
Bro, the man who killed Mike
Jackson?
No, don't even worry about it.
Mike Brown.
Let's just stay on point, bro.
Okay.
Let's make it even better. Who killed Trayvon Martin? Say his name.
Yeah, Zimmerman.
No, say his whole name.
George Zimmerman?
Yeah.
This motherfucker is around selling paraphernalia. And all these so-called hard-ass motherfuckers always talking this shit. Who, if I step on his shoes, he'll take my life. If he front me some dope and I don't bring back $1, he'll slit my fucking throat. But this motherfucker is.
You're right.
Bro, it go back to what I said before, homie.
You right.
Like if we don't love self, like I love black people so much and I know, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I am one of the few people that I know black folks love me, bro. I really do. Like I do. But like, I know they love Pac better than they love my black ass. Motherfuckers know who killed Pac. What the fuck what they say? Yep. Motherfuckers always pillow talk when they fucking. They always do.
Yep.
You go, yeah, I did it. We always do it. You ain't do shit about that. You ain't do shit about Emmett Till. You ain't do shit about Mike Brown. You ain't do shit about nobody. So why would our children, I said it on the God box, which your black ass could go by, why would somebody want to be king when you let him kill a king? Why would people want to be Martin Luther King when Martin Luther King stood for you? They killed his black ass and you did nothing. And motherfuckers talk about, I want to be peaceful or I want to be militant. They killed Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and nobody did shit. So why would a child want to be a revolutionary? If a motherfucker is a racist, they're a billionaire or a fucking president. You a motherfucking black revolutionary, you broke. That's some bullshit. And the reason is because most motherfuckers want to be a white man.
But what about the black revolutionaries that's not broke? How do we support them?
Wait. But my question is, show me one. That's all I'm
Styles P
asking.
is one.
Styles P is a personal friend of mine. Styles P is doing good, but if Styles P was white doing the same thing, he would be a fucking billionaire. I am doing marginally well. I'm doing better than most black men. But for the work I put in, if I turned around and put the same energy into Trump, what would I be? Let's be real. No, we gotta be. That's the reason why I said it's cool to have the white negative people be in power, because we gotta be real with each other, dog. If we don't have a real talk, it's bullshit. If I turned around right now and supported Trump, what you think these shoes would do? What you think this jacket will fucking do on davidbanner.com? Matter of fact, how many followers you have? Tell me how many followers y'all have. It's millions.
All together, yeah.
Yeah, it's millions.
Yeah.
Go to davidbanner.com. Everybody that's looking at Drink Champs right now, let's see what our people do right now. If after this views, let's say, watch this, because I'm about science. I told one of my friends, I do believe in God, but I believe God is a God of science and mathematics. God doesn't have people that he likes more. You may be more susceptible to his message because you have melanin, because you come from the original place, but it's just like Steph Curry. People talk
One more shot and that's it. Let's go. Let's wrap it up.
People talk about
Tiger Bone. Fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
People talk about Golden State,
No.
and this is a good example. People always talk about Golden State, and I tell motherfuckers to get out of here about Golden State. Before Kevin Durant, there was nobody on Golden State team who was supposed to be a superstar. Them motherfuckers.
Steph Curry?
No. He was never supposed. He was too small. He had bad ankles. He can't jump. Come on, dude. Look at Steph Curry. He's a kid. That motherfucker practiced. I read a book that said talent is only a head start. God doesn't have any favorites. The law of God is mathematical and it's scientific. And if you follow it, you win. That's the reason why they separated us from Africa. If we knew the math and we knew the science, we can do the same thing that they do. But this is my point. Bro, if we as a people don't support and love each other, we can have Drink Champs, we can be David Banner. They will let us be successful individually, but if we can't move the masses, that's the reason why they kill Pop. That's the reason why they killed Bob Marley. Well, not kill Bob Marley, but allow Bob Marley legacy to be what it was.
But they recently said that they killed Bob Marley.
Right. So it's your effect on people's movement. If I say right now, everybody on Drink Champs, if 30% of Drink Champs people right now, not even David Banner's fan, Drink Champs, went and bought a David Banner jacket from davidbanner.com, 30%.
We're gonna push them to do that.
Hold on, no, it's not about pushing them. You gotta say it one time.
That's
Trump
right.
say some shit one time.
Yeah, he's proving a point right
He's
here.
right.
Yeah. Bro, it's about our ability for people to do stuff for other people besides ourselves. If we say on Drink Champs right now, we want Gilliam to win. If 50% of Drink Champ motherfuckers, if 50% of David Banner motherfuckers, you can have all these, that's why I don't really put no money in the followers. Because to follow somebody is free. I only calculate the people who went to davidbanner.com and bought something.
Right.
Because you can click a button and say, this motherfucker talking like a shit. Let me see what he gonna say. It's how much money you put into it. Drink that shit.
Salud.
Love y'all,
man.
bro.
Let me just say something. I don't know if you know David Banner, but when the person come on Drink Champs, we salute them. Because a lot of people, they don't give you the fucking flowers until you dead and gone. They want to say David Banner's a good nigga. No, I'm going to tell you David Banner's a good nigga. I'm going to tell you David Banner's a great person. I'm going to tell you that David Banner's a person that I want to represent for me.
Can you call me a god?
For me.
Can you call me a god?
And my whole people.
Can you call me a god?
Not only me, my whole people.
Can we say that we gods?
And yes. And you know what? We're gonna salute you while you're alive. That's what the fuck we do at Drink Champs. Salud. This is a terrible shot.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something before I drink mine. You didn't drink all yours, bro.
Relax.
You
gonna take it?
Yeah, I'm gonna drink all mine.
Yeah. I'm waiting for you.
I wanna tell y'all something, bro.
Yep.
I don't salute y'all. Both of you two, I love y'all.
Love you too.
And that's something that we don't say as men, and it's our relationship. Like I told my homeboys, like, the people that work for me, I don't love them until we had years. Now, you ain't my fucking friend. You work for me until consistently I can see over years, bro. There's so many times that you could have said, fuck me. N.O.R.E did something that was so crazy, and I'm gonna say one more thing and I'm gonna drink my motherfucking shot. When N.O.R.E started figuring out the TV game, he called me and said, can I say this?
Yeah, please.
He's like, Banner, bro, I'm gonna tell you how to do this shit. He said, as a matter of fact, if you need some help, he said, bro, I don't even need no money from you, bro. He said, I'll show you how to do this shit, man, and I'll do this shit for you.
Right.
Bro, me and you had only met like 4 or 5 times, bro. When you was doing that rock and roll shit, bro.
Oh, you're talking about Mayday?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm
but
definitely.
we met in the mixtape days first.
No. I know that. I was saying the mixtape days. But when you call me about Mayday, bro, I don't do no, bro, I rap for a living. Bro, when you call me, because of your consistency, I don't know if you even remember that time I came down here and needed a pair of shoes, bro. And I remember everything. I remember I act stupid to catch a fucking fool. Every time I ever call you, and we ain't talk much, every time I call you, you was front and center, dog. When you call me about Mayday, bro, I didn't give a fuck about who they were. You asked me, bro. And that shit was jamming.
God.
So like, that's how we gotta be about each other. And before I take my shot, I ask y'all for one thing before we close.
Cool.
Bro, when they killed Pop, they did nothing. When they killed Biggie, they did nothing. If you name all the people from all our homies, bro, who has ever been taken off of this earth, we did nothing. The only thing that I ask people, if anything ever happened to me in life,
let's kill everybody. I'm in.
He said it, I ain't tell you that I said that. But I don't want no peace. I don't want peace.
Right.
I don't want you to go and fuck your shit up. I don't want you to go burn your shit. I want you to find out who did it and go find that specific motherfuckers. Because one thing that I do like about the new revolutionaries, if you look, when somebody do some dumb shit, they tell you where them motherfuckers work.
Word.
They tell you specifically who their name. We gotta stop saying the man. If we talking about motherfuckers who are investing in the prison industrial system, let's find out who that company is, who runs
like
that
Jordan,
company.
Jordan's investing.
How he?
Yeah.
No, it's much bigger than Jordan.
I know, but it's one of
But
them.
we gotta talk about some white folks.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta specifically find out who those people are, bro, and handle that business. This is Drink Champs. I love you. I'm David Banner and DavidBanner.com. I love you.
God damn, he's the first artist who ended his own shit. But let me just say something. Hold on. David Banner, let me just tell you something. As a person who met you in the early, 2000s, maybe even the early 90s.
I was sleeping on Wendy Day's floor. I was homeless, bro. I just want you to know how much you
Big
did.
up to Wendy Day.
Big up to Wendy.
How much you did for me. Like look at me, bro. I'm serious.
Yeah, no.
Like, bro,
And
you
big
were
up
the first,
TJ's
you were the, hold
DJs
on, you were the
also.
motherfucker that gave me money to go home. I ain't, like, when you bought those beats for your brothers, bro.
All right, thank you.
For that militainment shit, you were the first person that paid significant money for a David Banner beat, bro.
Well, thank you.
I'll never forget that. Bro, listen, hold on.
You know why?
I was on Wendy Day's floor drinking beer and pound cake.
Wow. The weed or real pound cake for intimates?
Real
for
pound cake,
intimates?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
But what I'm saying, bro, is that's one of the reasons why I even do this. I don't let people see my weaknesses.
You shouldn't.
But for you all, I'll do this, man, because it helps build your brand. And I know motherfuckers watch me, but bro, you both have done something to invest in my career, bro. And N.O.R.E at the time, like, what's the album that you did with that you did the verse on for Foxy Brown, The Firm?
Oh,
N.O.R.E
okay.
know that?
Yeah.
N.O.R.E know that? No, cause bruh, like that was somebody I knew.
Right.
I was living in New York, homeless on Wendy Day's floor, me and Razzcast.
Wow.
Bro,
Big up Razzcast.
when you blew
Right.
and you ran that shit, And you fucked with me at a point. And I tell you somebody else who fucked with me, bro. And I want y'all to say it because I know you know their name. Who ran Rough Riders?
D from Rough Riders?
D&Y.
Yep.
D&Y was two motherfuckers that fucked with me when they were like two motherfuckers just like you, bro. Like, they had signed Fiend to Rough Riders. And Fiend was my homie, and he was one of the people that helped me and believed in me when I didn't have no money, bro.
I gotta try.
Afterwards.
Okay. Right.
And D&Y, I remember I was in, Ice Pick, everybody was in there, bro. And I was, rest in peace, thank you, bro. I was doing a beat for Fiend, and we was listening to some Rough Riders shit, and everybody was rocking, like, bumping their head, and I was like, bro, that shit ain't jamming. And I said it. And all the motherfuckers in the room was like, oh, man, he from the South, man. D&Y was like, shut up. Hey, Mississippi, what you gotta say? And I told him, like, man, that shit cool, but you can do this, that, and the other. And D&Y both was like, hey, bruh, do that shit. And I remember that shit came out. Everybody forgot about the Mississippi motherfucker. Because I remember I went to New York. It was 8 days.
Go ahead, let me big you up. Let me big you up, and then we're gonna.
We're gonna close out. You gotta go.
Is you was one of the people who showed me you was a producer off top. Like when you played me something, you was like, you know what the hook should be for this, and I looked at you and I was like, my album had just got done. So I just want to just tell you, I looked at you just like Pharrell. I'm sorry, I don't want to compare y'all, but I was like, oh, these are because I'm a New York nigga, and New York niggas don't really like give niggas
y'all got egos.
Props outside of the thing. Yeah. But me, when I looked at Pharrell and I looked at a person like you, I said, okay, they're just the same person as me, with an accent.
Bro, can I give a shout out to somebody, bro, who
yes,
don't get no love, bro, from doing our movement, bro?
Yeah.
Rest in peace to $500,000, bro.
$500,000. I was gonna bring him up earlier.
Yeah, man, like
$500,000, man.
$500,000, like I
love that dude.
Like it was. Man, Nelly was with Cardan.
Nelly,
Nelly,
that's all that penalty shit.
It's a lot of shit, dog.
Geno Sims,
let's go.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick though, I don't know what your relationship with him is, but he actually connected us in a lot of ways.
Who, $500,000?
No, TJ.
Yeah, TJ's the TJ fucked with.
Shout out to TJ.
Yeah,
he's
TJ
a Florida
DJ
legend.
Yeah. No, he's a world legend.
No, he is. But I mean,
he started. He was the one that brought me to the moon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So shout out to TJ.
Shout out to
TJ. He connected us.
Yeah, and TJ was one of the motherfuckers that really pushed for Like a Pimp earlier.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was fucking with TJ before. I'll tell you a secret about TJ. TJ brought me T-Pain.
Wow. That's the first time I saw T-Pain was at TJ's DJs with the group.
Wow.
Right, when they was when they redid My Neck, My Back.
Yeah. The Robin joint.
And he brought me B.O.B.
Yeah.
You know, like
B.O.B. That's the first time I saw B.O.B.
Right, that's what I'm telling you.
At the Moon.
That was the type of love that TJ had for me, man. And TJ is one of the motherfuckers still to this day. He's still putting it down.
Nah, he's a legend,
for independent artists,
legend,
period, man. And I appreciate it. And I want to shout out one more person, bro. I want to shout out Big Von.
Yeah.
On the Bay, man. And the reason why I do, and the reason why I want to talk about.
So you said Big Von, I popped my collar.
Yeah, the reason why I want to say DJ Von is because DJ Von does the same types of things that other billion-dollar DJs do, but he don't want the credit and the money, bro. He breaks records. When my career did this, Big Von was the one that, like, when I did Play, when I did Get Like Me.
I always wondered, did you receive like any criticism from Play? Because that was like a commercial.
Oh, no. Let me tell you, you want to know the real, y'all got time for the real story?
We got one.
Yeah. All right, Shaka Zulu.
Ludacris.
Who was Ludacris'
Disturbing the
manager.
Peace.
And Tina Brown, who was Chris Brown.
Tina Davis,
I'm sorry.
Okay, I got your back.
Tina, I'm sorry.
Tina
Please
Davis.
forgive me, I've been drinking
Tina
all
Davis.
day. Tina Davis. They both came to me, and they didn't know that they told me the same thing. I had kicked open 15 doors in Universal, and because I had worked 8 months for Universal, and they didn't cut my check. They owed me like a $600,000 check. I kicked open 15 doors in New York where my money at. And the thing that I didn't understand is I kicked open 15 doors. You didn't hear this black man cussing out this white woman and the door before you? Like, why didn't everybody leave? They actually put me, and that's what I told Raheem Devon, they had put me on the terrorist list. Oh. And Universal, because I had worked and they didn't have my money. I worked 8 months for Universal. I was the type of person, most artists did 2 weeks of promo. I did 8 months at a time. You know what I mean? And what happened was, Tina Davis and Shaka Zulu came to me privately and say, bro, these white folks are terrified of you. And the reason why I wasn't getting the big publishing deals, because you know that's when they was giving they was giving millions for publishing deals. And I had records. And people didn't know the big records, like people didn't know I produced Maroon 5. People didn't know that I did Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. People don't know that, bro, I've done 80 major. People didn't know, what's the dude that produced Michael Jackson?
Quincy Jones?
Quincy Jones, I actually knew. I wanted you to say it. People didn't know I produced, me and Warren Campbell produced Quincy Jones, bro.
Dang.
Wow. Yeah, like people don't know. That's why when you said all the production, people don't know what I've done as a producer.
I seen your shit went way too long.
But one of the problem was that I was so attractive as an artist, people didn't want to accept me as, no, I'm just joking.
No, you right. No, you ain't joking.
My point is this. What were we talking about?
We was talking about life.
I don't remember. Fantastic. It was a point I was trying to make, though.
Quincy Jones?
No, it was a bigger point, though. Like, I was saying all that shit to say.
It was Quincy Jones. Lee, Mr. Lee.
Huh? Oh, yeah, you're right. What happened with me, for Play. I know, that's what you was asking me why I did Play. That was such a commercial.
Did you get
No. Yeah, that was the point. What happened was Tina Davis and Shaka Zulu said that white people are scared of you and they're about to blackball you. If you don't find a way to become relatable, you will never be on the radio or TV again. Gonna play with it. Gonna play with it. I had to do what I had to fucking do.
Wow.
And motherfuckers like, he's awesome. And Big Von broke that record. And the thing was, let me tell you about men. All my homies, my homeboy Twa, I tell you, he even said it. All my homies looked at me like you fucking crazy. And all you motherfuckers that said that I
They looked at you crazy because it was a hit, or they looked at you crazy because
initially when it first came out.
You've been so hardcore military.
Hey, that's the train bringing me my money. That's the there's so much money on it. Yeah.
You don't know what we would call it.
Yeah. But what happened was
it's terrible.
Was that when the Whisper song came out?
Whisper. That's the Yin Yang Twins.
Right. Who produced? Y'all remember who produced the Yin Yang Twins?
Lil Jon?
No.
That was you?
Huh? It wasn't Lil Jon.
It was you?
No. It was DJ Collie Park.
Oh, Collie Park, that's right.
Because he was the one that signed the Yin Yang Twins. Right. He said, I want to do intimate club music. He said, let's create a movement. Do you want to be a part of it? And he said, David Banner, do the most shocking shit, but don't be aggressive. Everybody's used to you going, yeah. And I was like, bro, it was the hardest shit, because I'm crunk. Motherfuckers throwing bottles and I'm crowd surfing. And if you go and listen to that song, I'm talking about putting thumbs in girls' buttholes, putting it in her mouth and running back like Randy Moss. But I was saying the dopest shit, but I was whispering. So it wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Right. And people thought, damn, he biting off the Whisper song, but it was the same people who made the song.
Right. It was an extension.
And that put me back in the game. But let me tell you something that nobody ever knew about that. Besides Get Like Me, that was the biggest song in my career.
Like Me.
But it was the most uncomfortable time in my life. Let me tell you what happened to me, and this is serious, and it was so uncomfortable for me, and I can say it now because I'm older. I'm used to being a fucking hunter. I'm used to being the motherfucker everybody's scared of. When I made Play, girls wasn't scared of me no more. The girls were hunting me. Like girls were taking their hand. I remember one girl took her hand and put it under my ass and grabbed my balls. And, no, I'm serious. I squeezed her fucking hand. I squeezed her motherfucking hand, and I turned around and looked at her. I said, are you a mother? She said, yes. I said, look at yourself. I'm a grown ass man. Calm your ass down. Now, if
And you squeezed your shit?
Yeah, I squeezed her hair so she couldn't pull her head off my balls. I wanted her to see, this moment. And she said, I am a mother. I was like, nah, be a woman about this shit. Now give me a couple seconds, we can holler later, because she was beautiful.
But she had your shit.
She had my shit in her hand.
hand.
But the problem is that my shit was bigger than her hand, so it was still free. But the point of our play was this, is that people complained about play, but that without, and I'm being real, as much as these conscious motherfuckers, I'm going back to the conscious motherfuckers, talk that shit,
right.
The reason why people come to my lectures is because of like a pimp, play, and get like me. Because you are somebody that could have kept making those songs, but you came back for us.
Exactly.
And we fuck with you.
Exactly.
And I thank you for it.
Take this picture.
Yo, man,
I
David
can't stand
Banner.
up.
Yo, let me tell you something. This is Drink Champs alumni. When it comes to sitting here talking politics, talking real, we've been having a couple of episodes,
Motherfucker.
when I've been thinking about it, I said, yo, I just hit him out the blue. I was like, yo, it's time for you to come back. Yeah. He didn't question me at all. This is what, relax, I got to big you up. He didn't question me in a minute. I thought he was gonna say, yo, N.O.R.E, I don't got no album coming out. I don't got nothing, which most artists do. You said, well, what day, brother?
And this time I ain't talking about no, because what's funny, do you remember the last time? I can say it now because it's over with. Last time I came to Drink Champ is when I got that gun charge at the airport.
Right.
We didn't talk about that. Thank y'all for not talking about that.
we don't need that.
That shit's so over with.
Yeah.
Because I was rushing here, I came straight from the studio. And whenever I go to the studio, I keep my pistol. I had my pistol in my backpack and I didn't think about it. And I was rushing to get here. And I almost didn't make it to the last Drink Champ because I almost got a gun charge in the airport. But the fact that all my shit is all 30, 40 guns that I have are all registered to me. Yeah, no, I'm not playing. I got them. I got one now if y'all don't mind me pulling the bitch out now.
No, you can relax.
Okay. But listen, the point was this, that bro, I almost really got fucked up last time I came to Drink Champs. Y'all didn't say nothing about that, bro. But the truth is, man, at the end of the day, man, the reason, this time, I didn't ask about no tickets or nothing. I paid for everything.
Right.
Because I'm honored, man. Think about this. I just want to say this about y'all now.
Right.
I am a very popular, handsome motherfucker.
Go ahead, goddamn.
But where Drink Champs is now,
Right.
bro, I'm a choice for y'all.
Right.
No. Let's be honest. No, bro. Look at what the other motherfuckers do. I'm not talking about y'all. Look at what these other hoe ass niggas do. And when I say nigga, I mean nigga. I mean the same thing white folks mean. These hoe ass niggas do.
Yep.
Once they can smell their own ass.
Yep.
I'm powerful, I'm beautiful, all that shit. But this is a choice, bro. And think about the shit that we talk about. The shit that we talking about right now get other shows fucking canceled, dog.
Right.
And y'all brought me here, and y'all keep the other motherfuckers away and say, we want David Banner, let him talk that shit.
I personally, and I don't even have to call EFN on a situation like you because me and him already had talks. But when I had, Talib Kweli and we had Dead Prez, then we had Hakeem Green and the Moore. I like to call him the Moore. That's my brother. And I said, damn, you know what? It's time for David Banner because last time you had came, Daz the Dillinger had came, and I didn't want you to feel like you were shorted any which way.
Hold on, wait, stop. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Dash, the Dog Pound, Snoop,
right.
Family, homie.
No.
Wait, let me tell you. Did you hear what he said on Drink Champs?
Of course I did.
He said, you family, homie.
Right.
That felt so fucking good to me because, hold on, do you know who Cron Don is?
Yeah, of course.
So, Cron Don is on Black Lightning now. Cron Don and his family, and Snoop Dogg, when I was in LA, they whole family, bro, they looked out for me. For Daz to be there, bro, I was fucking honored. And he said that on fucking TV. Like, David Banner, you are affiliated, homie. Like, bro, I never ever thought that in life, bro, because Daz, the Dog Pound, that's my fucking family, bro. Yeah. So like,
no, but we want you to know how appreciated you are here. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing about it is because you're a crusader. What I mean by that is
feel the ag. What's up, dog?
What I mean by that
feel
is
agony.
you always your life is to big up someone else. Yeah. So this is probably why Drink Champs maybe be attractive to you because this is your only time.
But watch this.
Is your
watch
time?
This.
No.
But watch this.
This is your time to get bigged up.
Let me show you how powerful Drink Champ is. What did I just tell you about being a god? If I am a god, I don't mind another god shining while I shine.
But this is your time to shine.
Oh, thank you.
And this is us. Mine. This is our time to say that we appreciate you.
Thank you.
This is our time to say that, you know, when we think about black people, when we think about people who speak for us, you know, it's you, T.I., there's Dead Prez, this Hakeem Green, this my man, the Black Moore, and there's not a lot of people that we would want. Because, like, I'm gonna be honest, if I'm getting drunk in Barbados somewhere, I don't want Flavor Flav to talk for me. He's my nigga. Yeah. I love him. Yeah. But I don't want Flavor Flav to talk for me.
But let me tell you something.
I'm not sure if he's getting cocaine.
We were supposed to edit this shit a long time ago. Let me say this and then
Did I go too far?
No, let me tell you this last thing. Bro, if we really about the people, it ain't about me, bro.
No, it is.
Like, look at me, seriously, it's not. Let me tell you. Because that's what's wrong with black people. We love Malcolm. We love Martin. We love all of these different people. If you look at other movements, it's not about people, it's about the movement. I always tell people, and I learned this from Erykah Badu, I am a humble servant of my people. It's the movement, dog. Because if they love me, what the fuck they do to everybody they love? Say it. They kill them.
Kill them.
So if I focus on David Banner, bang! I said this, and motherfuckers got mad at me. I said Malcolm and Martin, and that probably should have ended a long time ago. I said Malcolm and Martin was more of a hindrance to the movement than it was a help. Everybody said, what do you mean by that? If you look at the Black Power movement, it was moving slowly. Malcolm and Martin came. They did this. When Malcolm and Martin died, what did the movement do?
They was like Drake and Meek Mill?
Hold on, watch this. What happened when Malcolm and Martin died?
It fell.
It stopped. I would have rather it crawled and kept going. Bro, I'm a humble servant of God, dog. I serve my people. That's why I make money other ways. I don't count on my people because I know my people are not conscious enough right now. If my people don't love being black, how the fuck would I expect them to love me? So for me, it ain't about me. I tell you this. God Box Lecture Series, you remember it was the #1 black lecture on the circuit about 2.5 years ago. I told people this. I speak 3 times better than I actually speak at lectures. And people say, why don't you give them it all? I don't want you to catch the Holy Ghost. I want you to keep your mind intact. Because if I teach you, right, they kill me, they can't kill all of us. It's not about me. It is about the people. And the people as a collective is the manifestation of God, the Most High. So if we big up me too much, like I have a Muslim homie, and he tells me, bro, I don't like accolades. And he said, why not? And he said, because if you give me accolades, I'm gonna be judged by God by the accolades I receive. I am a servant of the people. I am not a humble servant. I think slaves are humble. I am a God. I am a God, but do you know the most powerful thing about Jesus? What did Jesus wash on the people? He washed their feet. And he was the Son of God, supposedly. And he washed the people's feet. Because it's not about me. It is about the movement and my Father. It is, I'll stop.
I got the Holy Ghost, goddamn.